Yay! I'm not glitched into oblivion. It's not?
Hello.
Ah,
now
crap.
I'm here. So
there we go.
dichotomy. Mars, type this. You're faster.
Okay.
Dichotomy. If you turn on captions on Twitch, you should be able to get the live captions of us. Could be pretty neat. Pretty wild. In theory, it should work. We are the creations. Is it Frankenstein?
I don't think it's a Frankenstein. All the pieces match.
Yeah, she's the way she is. Okay, I gotta turn down this.
Unless you're saying Ori is Dr. Frankenstein creating
I guess
her
I
own
am Dr.
body.
Frankenstein.
In which case, yes, that would make Ori Dr. Frankenstein.
I guess so. I mean, it is cut up.
Hello, Mason. Hello, Jawline Jim.
It should work. It seems to be a little slow for us. So when we talk kind of fast, it doesn't catch up everything. But
kind of takes a hot second.
Yeah, it does take a hot second because I'm looking at it come up on my screen, and it can't differentiate between Ori and Mars, but it's still better than not having any words.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the test of the closed captions. I see what you mean by it's behind a little bit.
Well, it'll always be behind for you and me.
Well.
It'll always be behind for you and me because stream is behind for you and me, based on what we're saying right now. It's not like automatically.
Oh, we got confirmation from Dichotomy. It works great.
Yeah. There's no way to tell who's talking, but at least it's something.
I mean, if you're watching our mouths move, I think you could kind of figure it out.
Possibly. I don't know if there's a delay between that and that, but I know that like you hearing me talk, Mars, will always be delayed from stream, no matter what. So I don't know how much. It
didn't look like there was a delay in that. Yeah, your mouth is still moving as those captions come up.
But if the mouth is moving and the captions are going, you can tell.
Okay. But Dichotomy, you were able to figure out that it was me who said that. So I don't know. Seems pretty foolproof to me.
That is actually true. That is actually true. I didn't even, I didn't even clock that. That was pretty seamless. Wow. I have to like punctuate all my sentences with like
So this whole time are we just gonna be going here is Ori's avatar, period.
Yes, Federico. Dichotomy is a special case where he likes to not have ears but comes to stream anyway, and I thought this is a kind of little easy thing that I was able to do that allowed me to hopefully get him to be a little more in it.
Also, it makes us a little bit more user accessible, which is never a bad thing. That is also
true. Definitely not a bad thing. All right. We are here. We're back.
What are we rigging tonight?
So today, the goal is something called eye physics. Okay, look, this is what we have. We have Z angle. We have eyes wide, only the one eye. Okay, that is important. That'll be dealt with today in theory as well. We have closed. We have smile. We have closed smile. We have wide smile. Top tier. Enjoy. I'm an enjoyer. And then we have our eye coming around our eyeball. Look at that. That's crazy. Ooh, epic as shit. All right. Today what we are doing is we are doing eye physics, which is usually a very classic VTuber thing, is that like the eye, when you open your eye, like from a blink, when you like open it, it'll like bounce back and like your like iris and pupil will like jiggle. if anyone knows what I'm talking about, it'll like blue, it'll like settle, and it just gives a little bouncy to it. And that is how I like to animate. So I will do that, and that is the goal. So Ori has to watch the video, but Ori, see, dichotomy, it works because Ori speaks in the third person a lot. I really do.
Mars doesn't do that too often.
Mars does not do that too
I feel
often.
like I say
if
I
anything,
pretty
it might
frequently.
Make it more crazy. Oh, I can add punctuation. Let's see how that works.
Ooh.
I wonder now if there will be punctuation. Ooh, I see
More
a period.
like puppeteering, Federico. That is a little closer.
There is periods now.
Oh, we got punctuation.
I don't.
I wonder if it'll read that with an exclamation point.
No, it's kind of a little laggy.
Nah, it
like
didn't
that.
give it an exclamation point. That was worth a try.
I might have to turn punctuation off again since it's two of us. It's not catching everything because it's trying.
It's a little wonky.
It's
trying. It's just slightly wonky.
It's trying too hard to do punctuation, so we need it to be better. We're trying it. In theory, I could do it a little crazier. Unsure. Future possibilities. I can give it a profanity filter though.
Oh my god.
Which would be very, very funny.
That would be
Hello,
funny.
Estruck. Alright, we're mostly playing around with other things. Mars, entertain the masses while I watch tutorials.
Well, Ori watches tutorials. Let's see what to talk about. Jim will remember that. Another third person user I see. Are you going to have a sweary sprite with Growlix? That seems like an Ori question. But I'm also not sure. A sweary sprite? I'm trying to figure out if that's a thing or if Mars is like reading this wrong because Tired Brain has come early tonight.
Make a new folder.
Oh, you came in on those words.
Call it
and had the question. I see. Okay. Well, I will do my best to answer the questions, even with my early midnight brain.
Ow. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze really bad. No, where's the tissues? They've been moved.
No! That is the worst. When you feel that sneeze coming on and there is nothing around to help catch it. It's like, crack, crack, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in!
Oh, I survived. I managed. I survived.
It was a little touch and go there for a second, Dory.
And I got myself cute Japanese stationery. And two of the things
nice.
Are these really adorable erasers. I showed you them. The little erasers.
I know, but I still have to react appropriately.
The little erasers. And I was really trying.
Hey, pastry puff.
They're in like little plastic holders, and you like twist them up like chapstick. And but I was really having a difficulty deciding which one to get because if you didn't know, my favorite color is pink. And
as if you guys
have a
couldn't
pink
tell.
One. And they all have like different desserts or foods on them. They're like food themed. And the pink one has a really cute like parfait and a bunch of little fruits on it and other little fruit things, little fruit sandos. But the purple one has a high tea tiered cake plate and then like a teapot and teacup and stuff on the back. And I was like, this is a conflict of interest. Because
it's like, how could you not get it? You got Orin High School Host Club for one, and then Jeweler Richard vibes on the other.
Yeah, and so I got both.
It's too good.
They weren't that expensive.
Too good.
They're like $3, so I was like, I'll do both.
Oh.
And then I got
You
a
call
long...
that a splurge?
And then I got a long pink square eraser where it's just long and thin
Guys,
like a pencil.
Ori over here saying, guys, I treated
no.
myself. I had a real splurge.
What
I spent a whole $3, but I bought 2. So that's actually a whopping $6.
What I really
Ooh.
splurged on, Mars, what I really actually splurged on is Dichotomy sent me like a link to like a secondhand German nutcracker on Etsy. And it's a pirate, and I don't have him, and he's great and amazing, and I like bought him basically immediately because while he is expensive, he's a steal for the like for a German nutcracker that's out of print, basically, you know, out of manufacture. And I love him, and he's great, and he's beautiful, and he's here now.
Actually, so chat, there's a funny story to that because I know exactly the nutcracker that Ori bought. We were actually playing Pathfinder one day, and on this day, I was traveling into the city because unforeseen circumstances caught me off guard. Travel time overlapped with Pathfinder time. And I realized that, at least while I was on the train using my phone, I would not be able to use the website that we use to move my character around to see my sheet because it wasn't loading on my phone for whatever reason. It just wouldn't do it. It absolutely refused. So Ori came up with the brilliant idea of, oh, I'll share my screen with Mars. That way she can see the map, she can see the characters, but I can also see everything going on Ori's screen.
On that iteration, no. I need to explain slightly more. I thought about this. Okay, I thought about what Mars is gonna tell you about how she could see my screen. I specifically opened another, like browser window to specifically put Foundry on so that Mars could see it, and that so it could click to directly that window only. While this is happening, I'm on Discord, and Dichotomy sends me this link. And I'm like, ooh, and I didn't even think about it. But the browser source that you're like most recently on, which was obviously Foundry, is the one that links will open in. And so I didn't even think about it. I just clicked the link and was like, yeah, I am gonna get this. And I literally bought it.
Ori bought it.
Mars watched me buy it.
No, it literally happened after we finished that fight. After we finished that fight, I watched Ori goes to Discord, type something back to Dichotomy. I see her scrolling, and I don't know how I could see it, but I could see like the wheels turning in Ori's brain as she goes to link is like, click. And I see the nutcracker come up, and I'm like, oh, is she going to get it? Yes, Dichotomy. I didn't watch her put in the information because it was already saved.
Yeah, it's already saved. It just has like the last 4 digits of the credit card, you know, like it's
add to cart.
Yeah,
click
exactly.
check out.
Yep,
click
done.
Payment method. Send it here, and I was just like, ooh, or he got herself a little treat.
Yeah, that was my little treat.
But it was one of those things where I was like, did Ori forget I'm watching this?
I basically forgot, like, I thought I was on a different window, basically, right? Like, I didn't even think about it, about how that would happen. So I thought I was on a different window. Obviously, I wasn't. I mean, like, if I'm being honest, Mars, I don't think you're gonna steal my credit card information, you know, just saying.
No.
You know.
I got my own. Why would I need yours?
Yeah, exactly. See? What was I gonna say? No Dichotomy.
We don't always talk about nutcrackers, and well, we do talk about TTRPGs quite a bit.
Not always though. I will say, I don't think we really brought it up.
I feel like it's situational.
Yeah, it is situational. But Dichotomy, you also have to admit that you don't have ears the majority of the time. You watch a stream, I'm just saying. So,
this is true.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
This is not incorrect, I gotta say.
Okay. I have put stuff in a
I don't know
folder.
why. For some reason, that just made me laugh my ass off. Because I'm like, that would be the equivalent of Ori watching me buy that Leo Fotia figure And just like we clicky, we add to cart, and now we are happy camper. Like you could feel the happy Ori through the Discord call.
Yes.
The vibes.
Delete. Alright. Nothing is being tracked there.
Oh, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Less work for me.
Oh,
Wait,
not
how did
bad.
you make physics parameters? Hey, back up.
Well, guys, I have 3 panels left to do for entry, now 7, because okay, guys, this was so great. We found out we made one entry just a little too long. So Ori brought that to my attention and was like, hey, maybe we could cut this in some place. And we found a very good place to cut it. And now we have a whole extra entry. You know what that means, guys? Backlog.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
This is IR Physics 1. Now what? Mars collects all the credit card information. She just hoards them. She doesn't do anything with them. She just has them.
They're just part of my little collection. I don't do anything with them. I just admire them.
Okay, and then I'm gonna replicate it.
That's why I'm so wow. Of all the ways I could be powerful, that's the one. Damn, I underestimate my own abilities.
What are we? Who? What?
Allie was saying that the reason I'm so powerful, I have all the credit card information.
Well,
I didn't
that just
realize
needs
that
your
was
help.
my power.
No, see, out of anybody, okay. If Gumshoe or Phoenix, believable. Not Edgeworth. Edgeworth does
would
not
fall
need
for
my
that.
credit card information. He is
I feel
too
like
rich.
She would fall for it. Phoenix would be talking Maya out of it, and Edgeworth would just know better. That's the dynamic.
Okay. I gotta say this story. My name.
I'm a little scared that there's a story, and we're talking about scams.
My real name is usually a masculine name. Now, it is technically androgynous, but it is way more common as a guy's name. And because of this, I've been called like Mr. Ori, Mr. last name, and all this sort of stuff, and it's very funny. But what is most hilarious to me is that somebody tried to scam my grandmother. And they were like on the phone and like, oh, it's me, Ori, your it's me, Ori. I need help. No, they didn't say that. They go, oh, it's me, Ori. I need your help. I'm blah blah blah. Whatever, stuck or whatever. And it was a man's voice. And my grandmother was like, no, you're not. You're not Ori. Yes, Kay would scam the corporations. No. I don't think Gumshoe would scam Estrock. We're saying that if somebody was like, it's Miles Edgeworth, he would get scammed with all the not money he doesn't have.
Gumshoe, Miles Edgeworth is in jail and only your credit card number can save him.
Federico, are you saying besides credit card numbers, what else does Mars collect? Mars, what do you collect?
Okay, well, if you want an actual answer for my collections, I definitely have a good number of posters on my wall. I just love having artwork on my wall. It adds life to the room. It's really cool to have like posters of artists I really like. It's just a nice way to keep them and have them. Keychains and pins are a big one that I collect. I'm sure everyone by now knows about the anime pins because we've discussed those. But what you guys might not know is that I have a lot of pins and keychains from different places I've visited. Specifically Broadway plays, because my grandma took me to my first Broadway play when I was, I want to say 10, 11, sometime between that age. It was for her birthday, and the first play we ever saw was South Pacific. So I didn't get a pin or keychain from that one, but I did get not brochure. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Pamphlet? No. Booklet? No. God damn it. What is the name for those? Is it brochure? No, playbill. Thank you. It's a playbill. Thank you. Oh my god. That word
yes,
was
playbills.
dodging me. Jesus. Thank you, Estrock and Mason. Oh, I'm telling you, the midnight brain's so bad tonight. But
I collect
I have a lot of
nutcrackers.
playbills.
That one's big.
And the big thing I get now is either a pin from every play I've ever been to.
Yes.
So I have a purse hanging on my wall. It's a very nice knit one that one of my friends made for me back in middle school. And it just has all these different pins hanging from it. Some are button pins, which, I like button pins just fine. But I do definitely prefer the more artsy looking ones, like the metallic ones. Just because it feels like art to me. Whereas like most of the button pins, like they're nice, but usually it's just like a phrase or like the cover of the playbill just put on a button. Some of the keychains are pretty cool though. Like you'll have one in the shape of like an object that was significant to the play. So I collect a lot of those. What was funny is when I went to go see Beetlejuice, I basically bought every collectible thing that they have. I didn't go crazy on the t-shirts or the sweatshirts because that could get expensive. But I bought every single button pin they had. I got the metallic pin. I got the keychain. And then I also got the CD soundtrack because the week I went to go see it, they were closing. And I was like, well, shit, I'm never going to be able to get this merchandise ever again. Like, oh, and I got myself a tote bag too. I got a Beetlejuice tote bag. So that was one I definitely went crazy for. My most recent play that I went to go see. Hey, Enthuse. I'm just telling
Hello,
the
Enthuse.
chat about my very vast Broadway pin and playbill collection. What was the last play? I went to go see Suffs with my grandma and my cousin, and that was a very good play. I cried at least 3 times during that. And they had 2 really cool pins. They had one that was just the name of the play. It was nice. It's like you look at that pin, you're like, yes, I remember going to that. So I got that one. And then there was a song in the play called Great American Bitch. And there were these other pins they were selling that basically had that quote. And I was like, ooh, I have to get this. Even better, the proceeds went to a very, very good charity. So I was like, I have no problem giving my money to this. This is fine. And they also just look really, really nice on that pin purse, I gotta say. But that one's definitely a guilty pleasure. I have to get a pin for every show I go to. I'm like, I have to ask my grandma and my cousin, like, do you mind waiting for me? I want to get to the kiosk and just get a pin, just get a little something. Myself a diehard fan. A play? Okay, so specifically a play.
I haven't seen that many plays.
It's hard to say diehard. Because, like, see, when I think of Die Hard, I think of how much I like Tri-Stamp or how much I like Megalobox. Those I would put up there with, yes, I am a Die Hard fan. I don't know if I feel about any particular plays that way, but there are certainly plays that I like. Like, I've gone to see Kinky Boots. That one was really fun. I love the music. That was a good time. The dancing was really good. I really enjoyed Newsies because that had a special place in my heart. Funny story about Newsies. I went to go see that when I was in high school with my dance class because, like Ori has said on here many times, we had the option of taking dance in lieu of gym. And one of the field trips for that class was going to see Newsies because in our dance class, we were learning the actual Broadway dance moves, which was really cool. And we got to like use the newspapers, actually rip them up, dance on top of them, and then we had to, there's a moment in the dance, I know I'm all over the place tonight, I apologize, but there's a moment in the dance where the people jump off the newspapers that they're dancing on, and they do a handstand. As they do that handstand, they grab the papers, then they come back onto their feet, they crumple up the papers and throw them. And we got to learn how to do that in this dance class. Now, she never pushed us to do full-on handstands, but that move made me feel so cool that I wanted to master it. So I would practice it at home in my bedroom. There was one night I was practicing and I did the little handstand. I came up a little bit, not fully. I wasn't like a perfect 90-degree angle, but it was enough that I was like, ooh, if I try that again, I know I can do it. So I geared up, I threw myself forward into a handstand, and I went up at a 90-degree angle. I was perfectly straight. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I could not hold it. And instead of flopping over onto my back, I came straight down onto my shoulder. And the sound it made throughout the house, guys, my house is very, very echoey. So that bang shook the walls, reverberated through the whole house, and I'm just like crumpled on the floor like, oh, fuck, that hurt. It gets even better. I'm laying on the floor, and all of a sudden I hear boom, 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 boom. My mom is coming up the staircase, and I'm like, oh, she finds me on the floor. She's gonna be like, oh my God, what the hell happened? Are you okay? I don't want to deal with that. I did a stupid. I know I did a stupid. I don't need to be told I did a stupid. So I pick myself up, walk over to my bed, and just like flop down, trying not to land on the effed up shoulder. And she comes up and she's like, what was that bang? And I'm like, nothing. I'm fine. Just go downstairs. It was not fine. I could not wear my backpack on that shoulder for 2 weeks.
Ooh,
it wasn't dislocated or anything, but it smarts. It smarts very
Street
hard.
smarts.
That was not street smarts. That was it was in that moment she realized she fucked up. Bad. I don't even think that's my funniest dance injury. I think my funniest dance injury was during one of my recitals. So for context, I used to I started out tap and ballet. Then I got bored, so I moved on to jazz and hip hop, which was a bit more interesting for me. But this was for my jazz recital. So I think I was in high school around the time. We had our jazz recital, and there was one move where we had to do like the classic side kick. You know, you're on the floor, you're doing the pose, and then side kick, and then you pop up into like another pose, just to kind of keep it simple. Well, the way we were blocked and spaced out, it was in a straight line. I don't think you did, Mason. If you want to share it, please go for it, because now I'm intrigued. How did a watermelon come in contact with your head is my main concern. But so we were spaced out in the sense that we were right next to each other, but far enough away that no one was going to get hurt. So day of the recital comes. We go out on stage and we get to this move. Now, I had a friend in that class, and she and we were like practicing this dance. We were running drills in the back gym, just trying to get it down before we went on stage. So we go on stage, we're going through the dance, and then we get to this move. And I realize as we're both on the floor, I'm like, oh shit, I'm way too close to her. Bang! Her foot connects right with my head on that kick. I'm just like, yes, I was way too close, but the music's still going, and so must I. I think I was off count for the rest of that dance. Because all I could see, no, really, that was like legit classic slapstick. It felt like a Three Stooges short. I was just like, okay, who's punking me right now? Where's the camera? Oh, wait, the millions of people in the audience filming this. Great. Love that.
You've been Kerpranked with Justin Kerprank.
I must have. Also, hi, Naryan. Welcome, welcome. I'm just telling stories. Lots of Mars lore tonight. But I was okay. Luckily, no concussion. But I was definitely off count for the rest of that dance. Oh, it was so rough. I don't even think my friend realized she kicked me because she didn't like react afterwards. She didn't like say
Hello, Nair.
anything. She didn't even go like, oh, what did my foot hit? It's like nothing. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's just me and my ice packed head.
One
Although I gotta
time,
say, those buns they make us wear, they do deflect a lot.
oh, they're dense. They're dense. And when
They
you have
are
a lot of hair,
dense.
they're dense. But I took gymnastics for a while, and one of the things that we
That
were
was a
one
fun
of
one.
like the exercises we were doing was like do handstands, and you like kick up into a handstand, right? You like put your hands down and you like kick up, and your legs are straight, and you like come right out. Like we're not pressing up into handstands.
That's
we're,
the
like,
dance
kicking up.
move I was doing.
Yeah, right. And so it was in a line, and
Ooh.
and so it was like, oh, you like you're in a line to wait your turn, and like somebody walks up to like this square that's in the distance, okay, and they kick up, and then they do one and they're done. And that's what we were doing, okay? That was the rule. You kick up one, and then you go to the back of the line and the next person goes, okay? And that's how we were doing it. So we'd gone around in you know, everybody had a turn once or twice. And for whatever reason, the girl in front of me decided she wasn't going to listen to the rules this time. And so she did her one. I'm already walking up to go do my handstand. She does another one right to the eye. That's the only time I've ever had a black eye, was her heel kicked me right to the eye. And yeah, because she had to do a second one. Like I wasn't doing anything, you know, she did a second one, which, you know, should I have possibly waited for her to vacate the square? Yeah, but I'm like single digits years old, guy. Like, you know,
Yeah,
6,
you're
8.
not gonna put two
I'm
and two
not
together.
like
You were told,
I was doing what I was told. You go up
turn,
one, and then
it
it's
is
my
now your
turn.
turn.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of thought behind those eyes. You know, you're following directions. Federico, we've lived a lot of life.
We always have tales to tell.
We've lived, and it's not even that many yet, but we've lived a lot of life before this. And you know, all the time new people come, so there's even more stuff to say again and again. And see, that's the benefit being
so
a streamer.
You guys get to hear this story over and over.
Someone always gets it the first time. Someone always gets to see it the first time.
Yeah, which is very cool. But to answer your original question, because that's how we got on this tangent. So I'd say Newsies, definitely one I really like for the dancing. Beetlejuice, that was a special one. I took my mom to go see it. That was, I think, maybe her third Broadway play. She hasn't seen very many. I'd like to take her to more. And Kinky Boots, because that one was very memorable. I'm trying to think if there's any more. I did really like Matilda, if only because the song Revolting Children is just so appropriate for our current times. Like, how is this song not being played in the streets 24/7? Come on. Come on. Right, Enthuse? I was like, I've listened to that track. Not that kind of revolting, Estrock. Not that kind of revolting. The revolting of the revolution. Although that's another reason I love that song. The play on words is just, chef's kiss. So beautiful. Yeah, I think those are the few that really stick out in my head. Oh, the other one I really remember is seeing, well, yeah, Lion King was unforgettable. That one, I mean, there is a reason it is very, very popular. Like that was an amazing experience. I'm trying to think. I haven't seen Wicked. I still have yet to see that one on Broadway. Oh yeah, Lion King Broadway is wild. I was actually very surprised. So I am one of those few people who has seen Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. I'm starting to feel like most people have. It's just not as talked about. But I
Most
never
people
realized the
have
song
what?
He Lives in You comes from the Broadway play.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a number 2 original. I didn't know that until I saw the Broadway play. So guys, this was years ago. I am informed now. But back then, like, my mind was blown. I'm like, wait a second, this is the Lion King 2 movie song. What's it doing in a play about the first movie? Little Mars's mind was blown.
I think I've seen The Lion King twice on Broadway, once off Broadway. And so that's wild.
Mhm.
Like, The Lion King is one of, like, the first 2 Broadway shows I ever saw. I always forget which one exactly came first, but I saw The Lion King and I also saw Beauty and the Beast. Those are, like, the first, like, 2 that I ever saw. I don't know which one came first. Then in college, we had the opportunity to pay, honestly, incredibly cheap tickets to go see The Lion King off Broadway at the theater that was, closest to my college, at that city's, theater. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, I love theater.
It's like one of those good deals college
fuck
gets
yeah.
you.
And I love theater. And so I went, oh my god, the song opened and I started crying because it's like I miss home and like this is a big thing, this is like nostalgia. And I was just like,
all alone in the moonlight.
I knew it was gonna get me, but I didn't think literally like on like I literally didn't think it was gonna be like Waterworks. And I was like, oh wow.
Oh man.
Damn. Really got me. I think
Ooh, Mamma Mia on stage.
If we're counting musicals and not just plays, if we're saying like play is theater, any show, right? I love Beetlejuice so much.
Oh,
that I would
it's
see that
so
again
good.
and again. I listen to all the songs. I know like all the lyrics.
I have all the
love
songs
that one.
memorized. I could like sing any
Love that
song
one
you asked
so
me to.
much. I will say, a new recent favorite. I loved The Play That Goes Wrong. I would
I was
totally
going to
see it
ask you
again.
your opinion on that.
Oh yeah,
one.
my mother could not stop laughing. I don't think there was a moment while the actors were on stage that my mother was not hysterically laughing. My father chuckled a good amount. He had some good ones. I was definitely leaning towards never stopping, but not nearly as much as my mother. My mother had the best time. Oh my god. But it's like, I'll totally go see it again, Dylan. You want to see it, Dylan, right? Let's go see it again.
Yeah.
The stage effects were amazing.
This is why you have your fiance, to help you be cultured.
Exactly. No, it's yeah. I need to help Dylan be cultured. Yeah, I've seen so many.
There is an art to making a show where the premise is everything is broken and going wrong, like purposefully. But also the show is going right, like pulling off that
I think the biggest
balance.
I think the biggest thing for me was that they really, because the whole premise, guys, is that you have gone to see. I don't remember what the original show we were supposed to be seeing is, and
it's like a detective.
Well, no. Before that, it's like we
something.
have tickets to go see like Othello or something, and we're here, and then they're like, oh no, there was a ticket box office mix-up. The thing actually happening in this theater now is the murder at Havisham Manor. Okay, so we're stuck here to watch that, which is not what we supposedly got tickets for, in the lore of the show, right? And so it's like
they
this
actually like have a guy come out on stage and is like, so sorry guys.
Well, he's the director basically. He's like the head of the troupe, and he's part of it as well. And so, so it's like this is the troupe's first like big one, right? Like big showing. It's very important. All this sort of stuff. So the real life people are playing actors playing a play where everything goes wrong. And so it's a two-layered thing.
Wild.
And what I think really sells it like really well is that you can feel the actors, like the fake actors' personalities come through as the play goes wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can really feel. So if like I'm Ori, I'm playing the actor Mrs. Darvisham, you know, and then my character I'm playing is Lady Woolsworth, you know, like let's say that. So Lady Darvisham has a very specific personality, so that when everything starts going wrong, I act a certain way to that, you know, compared to other things. So it's like very interesting there, and I think that's what really sells it a lot, because
Basically,
you really
like playing
feel
two
it.
characters simultaneously.
They literally are. Yeah, they're
which
playing a
is
character playing a
crazy.
character. And so seeing the like they all had very distinct sort of reactions, you know, right, to when everything goes wrong, or how they are contributing to things going wrong, and all this sort of stuff is very, very funny. If you guys can see it, that one, highly, highly recommend. Again, it's not a musical,
so
it's a
good.
play. There's no singing involved, and it's a
Yes,
very
so if you
small
don't like musicals,
cast.
which I can't imagine why you wouldn't.
Oh my god.
This one may be up
I
by
have
your
heard
alley.
of people who hate musicals, and they're like, yeah, I didn't like Hazbin Hotel, I don't like musicals. And it's like, well, that's why, because you're lame and you suck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyone in our chat, I don't know why you're here if you don't like musicals, because that's like vibe. I think everyone's good.
Free pastry puff?
That's great, guys. Guys, if you can't see it in person, go watch it on YouTube. It's
There you
like,
go.
it's still really good. It's really worth it. And like the stage effects are lovely. I love going to you know, theater, because I think the stage effects are so cool. Like I loved Mary Poppins for that. I loved Big Fish for that. I really wanted to see Frozen. I had tickets for Frozen, then COVID happened, unfortunately, and it never came back. So very sad about that. Wanted to see Frozen. Finding Neverland was great.
Were incredible.
Yes, the Beetlejuice effects were awesome. The Aladdin's effects were really cool, especially like you know, you have a not you have a friend in me. You never had a friend like me, right? That one.
Yeah. Boy, that
Frozen
would be
Broadway's
a different
your favorite.
show.
I'm so upset I didn't get to see it in theaters. I had tickets, and then COVID happened, so everything closed. I'm so sad about that, because I really, really wanted to see that one. But you know, such is life.
Sometimes.
If it comes back one day, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Allie. I don't think I'm possibly offending anybody here, because like I don't know. There's like a certain we cater to a group of people, and I would be very impressed if any one of those group of people was like, I don't like theater. And it's like, I don't know how we got that.
I would be
I
so
do have to,
surprised.
I'll have to do that, Mason. I'll have to do that.
Same here. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I like this show because I've never seen it, but I listened to the soundtrack a ton of times, and that is Six the Musical. Really like the songs for Six the Musical.
I want to see that one. That's probably on like my next list. I do want to see that one.
That one's definitely high on mine. If Suffs ever comes back, because they closed.
They literally
about 2
closed
weeks
like
ago.
Yeah, like I went to see the play that goes wrong, and they were like
it was
closing the next day. Yeah, it was open
Yeah.
for so short of a time.
I actually got to see it. So I got the understudy playing the main lead. The lead was Alice Paul, the woman behind the suffragette movement throughout the, I want to say, 20s and 40s, around there. And it was their last performance there, and they had like a big goodbye speech for them, which was really sweet. Oh my gosh, it was so wholesome, because the whole cast came out on stage for like the typical curtain call, the bows, the standing ovations, everything. And then I saw the woman who was playing the best friend run off stage, and I'm like, oh, okay, I wonder what's happening there. Maybe they're grabbing a mic or something. And she does come back with a mic. I'm like, okay, I wonder what they're gonna announce, because like sometimes they announce like maybe a charity or something along those lines, and then they do like a whole goodbye thing for the actor playing Alice Wall. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was so sweet. There was not a dry eye in that theater. I was like, holy crap, I cannot believe we made it to this one. Like, this was so memorable. Past by
God, there's so
being
many
in
things.
musicals are. That's your dream role, Enthuse? I've never seen Frozen on Broadway, but I can't imagine it's bad because Aladdin was good, Lion King was good, Beauty and the Beast was good. I think Little Mermaid was on Broadway too for a time. I don't know if it is now.
What was on Broadway? I missed part of that.
Little Mermaid? That was on Broadway, right?
I'm not sure. I know there
Let me
is a
check.
I know there is a musical like in
No.
existence because I know that
On
people did it in like
Broadway.
schools. Like our high school
Maya
did it after we
Fey.
graduated. So it's like
Oh yeah.
I think it must be. Yeah.
It was on Oh, well, it closed in 2009. Wow.
No, very short time. Very, very short. No, I saw our high school did it a few years ago, and I went to see it because my cousin was in the pit. And it was very cool. The two eels that are no, not even just the two eels. Basically everybody was
Didn't
on
they
some
have them
sort
on
of
roller skates?
Yeah. So they weren't on roller skates. So they were on Heelys, and Flounder was on a scooter, like a razor scooter. That was really funny because he had like a backwards cap and everything.
They
so
did
that was
something with that to make them look like they were
that
swimming.
was really cool that they would like glide around, you know, to like do that. So they were never walking until they were like on land, right? They were just like heelying
so
around.
Cool, because like
so that was
you
such a
would
cool
really
idea.
feel the difference there.
Yeah.
Like
So
then
that
it
was
really feels
fun.
like a jump when they do go on land and start walking.
Yeah. So it was really, really fun to see. Goodbye? What are we
I
goodbye?
love theater with how creative it is. I don't know what we're goodbying.
I don't know. Hate it, goodbye.
Hate it, goodbye?
I don't know.
Do you hate?
I don't know
hate
what
that it would be your dream role?
No, I think we got to like
I am
something
confused.
else. I don't know. But Hans is pretty great. And Enthuse. I'm saying Enthuse. Find your like your community theater. You don't ever have to be out of your being in musicals era, you know? Just saying.
Yeah. Or you could always go back to it.
I keep trying to convince my father to do it. I keep trying. I
could totally see him as a theater guy.
He was a theater guy. He was a theater kid. He was Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. That's the big one I know him. He did. But he was, you know, in high school he was a choir guy. He was a band guy. He was a theater guy. Like, you know, no question. So I keep trying to get him to do it. I want him to be
especially with retirement.
I want him to be Javert.
Pursue your dreams.
I saw Les Mis at our community theater, and I was like, Dad, you could have been a better Javert. Go be Javert, please.
Was the current Javert bad? I'm so curious.
He wasn't bad. It's just like, you know, it's community theater. In school Enthuse, I'm assuming. I didn't have any big main roles in our school like plays. I didn't really wanna be, I guess, either. That was a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be a main character. I think my biggest
I was working behind the scenes. I was part of the costuming department for a while. That was pretty fun.
I was in Pitt one year. And then so I did middle school plays. I did 5th grade play. And then I did all 3 years of middle school plays. And then in high school, it's just too much work because our high school is like very, very artsy. Like that's a big thing. Like the music department.
They took their plays very seriously.
So like they're really good. You know, like going to one of those performances is like a good theater production. You know, like it's definitely really well done. So and
a theater club specifically? Well,
I would say this is the theater club. like
think that
if you're
was
part
the
of the
theater
play,
club.
that is the theater club. But it's like a big thing. Like there's a lot of people involved. Like a lot of people. We're like people were making costumes, guys. Like they were making
Guys,
costumes.
we had a fashion department in our high school. You
there's
could
a
learn
costume-
fashion marketing and fashion design. I was in a fashion design class for an extracurricular in my junior year.
Crew
And they were making
part of the
costumes.
play.
We were making costumes.
Yeah. So in our high school, you had all of the actors and dancers and everything, and then you had a live pit orchestra. Okay. You also had
high schoolers.
like no. This is all students.
I feel like I need to stress that point because it's honestly kind of insane looking back at it.
Like a full pit. Like people were cut, like you didn't get into pit. You know, like it's a full pit, right? Yeah. And then you had
they were ruthless with who they cut.
You had the crew, so you had both lighting, like a group for lighting, a group for sound, and a group for the actual set making. Like
I think one of the people we knew was on lighting.
Yeah, so we had like spots and everything as well, and then you had on top of that costume.
Yep.
So there was a costume group. Yeah. So you made up of students. So like the main characters, like the leads, that's the word for play related things. The leads had like made and altered costumes like for them.
Oh yeah.
Specifically. It wasn't
like
just
they had their measurements taken. Yeah. It wasn't just like here's something from Party City. No.
Yeah.
These were made.
It was a whole thing. Crazy stuff. But so that meant that everybody took it really seriously. And there was one guy that was like 1 or 2 years older than us, and he was like,
redhead guy,
he should have been Broadway, huh?
Redhead guy, right?
No. He was a really big dancer. He was really good at dancing. He kind of had like curly-ish blonde hair. Very like totally should have been a Newsies guy, right? But he was insane at dancing. Holy hell, that guy should be on Broadway. Like, oh my god.
He was good.
He was good at singing too, and good at acting as well, and he was insane at dancing. And it was like, you're going places, bro. Like I hope this is your path, because like, wow.
It was like the Juilliard's lottery.
Literally. It's like if he didn't go to like some theater school, like my man.
Man, I haven't thought about that guy in a while.
Yeah,
damn.
Right. Crazy.
This is a blast from the past, you guys.
Yeah. But so it's literally like when I was like, my cousin's in the pit, do you want to go? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to go. I know it's gonna be good. You know, I know it's gonna be good. So always really cool, always really epic. But yeah, so in high school, I like didn't want to spend that amount of time. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. And it was just like,
it's a lot of commitment.
Want to do other things, so I just can't do that. But I was specifically asked to be in the pit in 10th grade because I was the only oboist that could do it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll have this experience, because like, you know, this is like a special experience and stuff, and it was very fun. But I was definitely not like getting, you know, like individual private lessons.
Keep doing.
Well, I did try to do it again, but like I never got in again because like somebody who actually was like, I take the oboe seriously, like entered the high school, and so she was picked, of course, which makes sense. Like I did oboe as a hobby. I didn't do oboe as like people do piano lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, yeah.
So, and thus no hard passed along.
It is how I learned about the English horn, though. I learned what an English horn was through. It's basically oboe and bassoon middle ground. Pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
It's not a horn at all.
It's a very misleading name, then.
Oh my god, this is a whole thing.
It's okay, Sinet's fighting me tonight, too. And he's usually my good boy.
Physics, but I'm going to adjust the pendulum, something like this.
Yeah, now you guys know a little bit about our theater background. I've never been in a play itself, like on stage, singing, dancing. I don't even think I was even part of those elementary school plays
Really?
that they force everyone to do.
Our elementary school one was like animals. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like animals learning how to dance and sing or whatever. And I was a penguin, and that was really hilarious. And it turned out, this is really hilarious, because I don't remember this, but this other person remembers this. So we had like a pretty big school district at the time. It's honestly shrunk since then because like we have an aging population because it's expensive to live where we're from.
Yeah.
And but main point is that my elementary school is not this elementary school Mars went to. My elementary school got
Ori and I went to
split
different elementary schools.
to go to two
We
different
did
middle
not
schools.
meet until middle school.
So we had 6 elementary schools and 2 middle schools. And my elementary school, for whatever reason, some people go to one middle school and some people go to the other. Versus most other elementary schools, you're just combined in with other elementary schoolers. But so, apparently, somebody that I knew in middle school who was the other penguin with me, because it was like 2 penguins in the play, they were the other penguin with me. I didn't even remember this, but then we come into one high school. So it's like that I met them again and like, oh yeah, you were the penguin, and then I was like, oh yeah, I totally remember you. Yeah. God, I'm
Wait,
really bad
Ori,
about that.
I'm so curious. Do you remember the person's name who said that to you?
Yes, you know who it is. It was someone in my friend group. It was the person that dated my best friends at the time. It was a guy at the time. They're not a guy anymore.
Who you're talking about.
Yeah. So
Damn, that's crazy.
they were like, oh, and I was like, that's wild.
It's a small world.
HYPW.
HYPW.
Is that hype? I think that's an E. I think that's a typo. Hype. It's one letter.
I was
hype.
about to. For some reason, my brain.
Yeah, hype.
For some reason, my brain went to how to train your.
Oh no.
PW.
Fist
Like
fight
the other
would have been
letters were
cool.
missing.
I wonder how much of this conversation Dichotomy Games is actually getting, because I know every once in a while it skips, just because we talk kind of fast. I'm definitely not talking slow.
Yeah.
And then when we talk together, it like prioritizes one of us, usually.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Dichotomy, let us know how you're getting this.
If you want, I could make it, Dichotomy, I could make it so only I am picked up, or only Mars is picked up, and is picked up, and thus you could have, like, the phone call vibes, if you want.
Ooh.
Where you only get half the conversation, and you have to deduce the rest.
So it's a phone call and a game? I'm having a little bit of a chocolate break.
I'm editing.
It's making me sad tonight. They aren't behaving.
Adjusting the pendulum to something like this. We're in duration. 5.3. 4.1.
Let's try to synod again.
Stop. 4.1. Okay, let's see.
I highly recommend you just play around with these numbers, and then you can see how the.
Let's play around with the numbers.
Synod. Please, synod, behave. That's all I ask.
Well, I'll have to see, but let's look at your eye, lady. Oh shit! Oh shit! She's blinking. Oh shit! She's alive. Oh shit! I don't know how to do the physics, though.
Pendulum changes its behavior depending on the numbers you change.
Name of doggo or catto? I'm not sure what name we said.
Dot on the pendulum corresponds to the number that you assign.
But the name of my little catto is Misty. And I actually had 2 cats prior to her that were Scurry and Simba. Both girls. And both strays. For some reason, the cat distribution system has been incredibly kind to me. And I hope it continues to be throughout my life because I love little kitties. Yeah, the
Don't-
Frankenstein energy was definitely happening during that moment. Yeah, Misty is chilling downstairs tonight. She usually comes up into my room by the time I'm getting
Why
ready for
I
bed.
ain't doing it.
Or she'll wait. This is funny. So Misty loves to snuggle. She is a huge cuddle bug. To give you guys a picture, she's a black cat. She's got a little bit of white on her chest, but she's mainly a black cat, like through and through. She's pretty big, I would say. Like I had a smaller cat before her, and this cat is like when she stretches out, she could almost be the length of your legs, which is wild. I was just like, did I adopt a cat or did I adopt a panther? I don't know. But she's an absolute sweetheart. Her big thing right now is that she wants to cuddle 24/7. So she'll come into my room, usually in the morning, and she'll hop up on my bed and like sit on my legs, sit on my chest, put her tail in my face, all that good cat stuff. That's fine when it's, a weekend, when I might actually stay in bed for a prolonged length of time. When it's the weekday, however, and I got to get up at like 6:55 to get ready, she's a very sad little catto because she comes into my room and she already sees I'm like sitting up in bed, and she gives me a little bit of a look like, no snuggles? What do you mean you're not staying in bed all day today? What do you mean you're going into work? And she looks so dejected, you guys. I feel so bad. We're just calling to work. Beep boop, beep boop. Hi, yeah, I can't come in. My cat looks depressed. Actually, I was having a shit Monday earlier this week. No scritches.
Ooh, duration. That's the thing I want to.
That was a good one, Ezrock. Oh, she's one of those cats where if you scratch behind her ear, her back leg will like do the little tap tap. Like, the bunny Thumper from Bambi when he starts thumping his leg really fast. Like, I'm thumping, that's why they call me Thumper. She does that. She like moves her foot up and down so quickly. It is the funniest thing when you hit like that sweet spot right by the ear. But I think she was her happiest this past Monday. Like, guys, little peek into the Mars life. I didn't feel great this past weekend, not full-on tummy troubles, but my body wasn't happy about something. And then on Monday it accumulated. I woke up, felt fine. I'm like, okay, another day, gonna go to work, do this thing. So I get up, I start putting on my scrubs. And as I go to the bathroom to like brush my teeth, do my hair, all that good stuff, I suddenly start feeling very hot. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sweating a lot. Maybe it's because I put on like 3 layers to prepare for the cold. Like that could be it. Then I start having like that heavy breathing, like, that dry heaving breathing. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is not fun. I think I'm about to hurl. So, long story short, not to give you TMI, but yeah, Mars did not go into work that day. Mars called out sick because I am not driving 70 down a highway while dry heaving. We ain't doing that. I live dangerously, but not that dangerously. So I stayed home, and Misty comes wandering into my bedroom, and I swear she like ran to the bed and immediately jumped up, and she's like, oh, you're home, we get to snuggle now. I'm like, yes, you get to snuggle now. Get out of the way of the trash can, please. I need it. And she was more than happy to cuddle. She stayed in bed with me the entire Monday. I'm like, you know what? No, a little extra warmth from a warm kitty. Not bad. I'll take it. I could do without the dry heaving and the nauseousness. That would have been nice. But it was actually funny because I found out from work later that week that along with myself, 4 other clinicians had called out that day. So The plagues are among us, guys. The plagues have struck. We have to last until spring. I'm hoping that was the last bout for me because I really can't have any more sick days. Oh no, S-Chalk, not the plague too. Okay, what kind of plague though? Is it the stomach plague or is it the congestion plague? Because I've had both now, and both are equally terrible.
I think I've done it. I think I've made the eye jiggles at the level that I like. I turned off the eye shine jiggle. I didn't like it. It was weird. But I like this.
Okay.
Just watch her blink. Ooh, just a little. Ooh. Nice, Estruck. Avoid, avoid. Yeah.
No, that means Estruck got stricken.
No, and I avoided it all this time.
I have also been stricken by the plague. Oh, the COVID plague. And I avoided it all this time.
Like you avoided it all this time. I see.
Finally
Not
happened.
you avoided all of it this time. Is you've been avoiding it all this time. I understand now. English is stupid. Come on.
English is stupid. Ori, you can read above grade level 6, no?
I avoided it all this time. Like I avoided all of it this time. If I didn't have that first message, because I didn't.
That is
because I didn't read
not
it.
how I read that.
Yeah, obviously.
And I avoided it all this time. Like, it finally caught up to me.
Okay.
I
also
maybe
said
I had
wound instead of wound. So, sue me, huh?
And see, the grammar police will be by your house momentarily. Midnight brain doobie brain. Guys, I was so friggin' tired coming home today. Dylan got to claim the couch nap on Tuesday. Well, this day it was my turn. I claimed the couch nap when I got home from work today. Because I was like, there is no way I'm going on stream without at least an hour nap in between. I will somehow be even more brain dead than I am now. And sometimes you need it, Estra. Today has been a tired day. I don't know. Like, even some of my kids were tired today. And it manifested in either one of two ways. It manifested in the I'm so tired, I don't want to pick my head off the table kind of way. Or it manifested in the I'm so overly tired that I'm bouncing off the walls version of tired. And there was no in between. Ain't no rest for the wicked. But guys, we're almost to Friday. The weekend is right around the corner. We have done it yet again. Let us be proud of ourselves. Because if you can't celebrate the small wins, what can you do?
Oh no, she's going too fast. Hey.
Too fast?
3 pendulums because I'm gonna use it later on for things other than I.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
For eyes is go to input setting.
Go to input setting. Okay, we're over here. Yeah, I'm over there.
In the presets, click add.
Did anyone go to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Because I gotta say, that was the most fun I've had at a movie in a long time. Don't get me wrong, I had fun at the Wild Robot, but like I would call that more emotional in that I got sucked into the drama. Sonic 3 had drama too, but it was also just like, this is a vibe and I'm here for it. This is to appease the middle schooler in me, guys. Not yet. Get on it, Pastry Puff. It's so good. They finally put one of the Crush 40 songs in the movie. It was glorious. Yeah, Enthuse, it's the tutorials that Ori is watching.
I'm watching tutorials.
Vtuber.
Don't be sorry, Mason. I don't even know.
I'm not even sure what we're apologizing for. There's something to apologize for, Mason.
To apologize. If we miss your message, guys, we're not ignoring. It's a lot going on.
No, it just means, for me, it means I'm probably on the clip art page. I sadly don't have the superior dual screen setup that Ori does, so I
Yes.
cannot see chat when I'm working on the comic. And guys, I'm trying
it's
so
okay,
hard
Mason.
to get this comic done. That's okay, Mason. I think we're all
I'm
of the
working
general
on these
consensus. We're really
physics.
tired. Oh, Ezra, Keanu Reeves as Shadow, he did a good job. I was impressed. Like, I don't know if I can say he sounded like Shadow's video game counterpart, but in terms of mannerisms and like the nuance through the voice acting, I think he got it. And there were just some really good scenes in that movie. And yes, Jim Carrey carries as per usual. He is the most carry he has ever been. It's glorious. And we get 2 of him in this movie, which is even better.
Both island.
Okay,
Islands,
Estra, can I be serious? I think Shadow the Hedgehog game gets too much hate. Like, I think it's overhated. I understand, like, the cursing kind of came out of left field and, like, it's gritty, it's dark, but also, like, it's a Shadow the Hedgehog game. It had to be a little different. And his story in Adventure 2 was, like, already set up to be dark. I'm not sure why it was so jarring to have it go the direction it did. And you don't have to feel guilty, Mason. We're just happy to have you here.
Okay.
I will say, Estra, the branching story, while the branching story is interesting, I think if I remember correctly, you have to play through it a dozen times. That I can imagine got on a lot of people's nerves. I never played Shadow the Hedgehog myself. I only watched some playthroughs of it. But I gotta say, of all the franchises out there, I have finished the most Sonic games. And I'm pretty proud of that. At least I could say, hey, I played the majority of games in this franchise.
I can't spell.
10 times before the true ending? Jesus. Oh no, Sonic team, that's asking a lot from us. Even 06? No. So, for those of you who don't know my Sonic journey, I got into Sonic around the time Sonic Colors was coming out, because that was the first ever Sonic game I played. I'm not sure why, but my friend got it for me for my birthday. She got it for me for the Wii, and I was like, ooh, this looks really fun. And I know a little bit about this Sonic character. Let me try this game. And guys, by the time I got to that final boss and I heard that glorious orchestral rendition of Reach for the Stars, I was hooked. I was sold. Like, I was sold even when the cutscenes were going and they were having like the quippy one-liners and the jokes. I was like, oh, this is great. I'm sold. Where are more games I can play? So I told my family, like, hey, I'm interested in Sonic. Like, can I get more Sonic games? I think my next Sonic game was Sonic and the Secret Rings. That was an interesting one because it had the whole different control scheme for it. Instead of like using arrow keys, it relied on the Wii motion control. So you had to like tilt the remote forward to go forward and tilt it back to move backward. It was very awkward. I don't know if I liked it per se, but I did enjoy the game. I did get stuck in a lot of places though, because there is one annoying thing that Sonic and the Secret Rings does, is that it gives you missions to complete. So in the story of the game, you're looking for the 7 world rings. They're basically the Chaos Emeralds. They're basically stand-in for the Chaos Emeralds. But you have to complete certain missions to unlock them. So you select the regions you're going to from a select screen, and then it opens up like, here's the main mission, here's another mission, here's this mission. And more missions will unlock the moment you finish another. It never tells you, though, which missions are mandatory to either getting the world ring or which missions will unlock the next mission that will get you the world ring. So, stupid young me did every single mission in the game when I did not have to. I'm just like, oh my god, this game is so long. Holy crap, like Colors was a quick playthrough. I am taking a year to beat this game. Because, I was in like, I think I was starting high school around that time. So it was like, I got more homework to do. I got more stuff to do. I got more extracurriculars. I only have so much time to play games. Because my hour to play games was 9 o'clock when my brother went to bed. Because that's when I would get the Wii from him. And I could go until about 11. Sometimes I go till 12 because I would just be like, no, I gotta finish this level. So it took me like a year to beat that, which was crazy. Then I got Sonic and the Black Knight. I think that was a better experience than Secret Rings, honestly. Like the story more. I like that there were a couple more Sonic characters in it. Level design was fun. I could figure out what I was doing. Oh, Sonic and the Black... I recommended S-Shock. It honestly has one of my favorite Sonic cutscenes at the very end after you defeat the final boss. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's also got a really, really good soundtrack. Ooh, Mason, the Forces final boss theme is so underrated. I don't think I've heard the Forces final boss theme. Sonic Forces was one of the ones I didn't play. Admittedly, I did not play past Sonic Generations, because then I heard all the things about Sonic Boom, then I heard the backlash about Sonic Lost World, then I heard the backlash about Sonic Forces, and I'm just like, ooh, okay, this is concerning. But then Sonic Frontier came out, and I was like, okay, all right, we're getting back to our roots. And now we got Sonic Shadow X Generations. I'm like, okay, we're back, baby. We're back. Keep it up, Sega. Keep it up. Which Sonic soundtrack is my favorite? Oh, Sonic R is a good one. Everybody supersonic racing. Gotta keep your feet right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, there's no time to look around. That one's so catchy. I think Sonic R. Is that also where Back in Time?
Yeah.
Back in Time. So take me back in time to another world. I think that's also from the same game. And then there's another song. I'm going back in time. I can't remember the other song, but there's another one I really like from that one. I'll probably think of it at the weirdest moment. But favorite Sonic soundtrack? Can you feel the sunshine? That was it! Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Do you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Oh, so good. So bouncy. This just brings back all the memories. God, what are you guys doing to me? Valid pastry puff, very valid. Dive back in time. You guys are just gonna turn this into a Mars concert, aren't you?
Yes, that's exactly what I heard, Pastry Puff. Yes. Back in time. I was like, no, Link, I can't.
It's not Link, it's Sonic R.
I understood that that's what we were doing, but Aries OP.
Favorite Sonic soundtrack though.
Mario.
See, I want to say Sonic Colors, but I'm including the entire soundtrack, so like background OST as well, not just main songs. So while I do like Sonic Colors a lot, I love Reach for the Stars. I love Speak with Your Heart. That's another good one. I also love Sonic Unleashed. Dear My Friend, Endless Possibilities, so good. That orchestral version of Endless Possibilities is incredible. Planet Wisp is really good. I love Aquarium Park. That little da 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 da. That was my fixation song for a very long time. I just loved the beat. That tickled something in my brain. I do think I gotta go with Sonic and the Black Knight though. Like really thinking about, because I remember there's the Woods theme. There's There's the facing off against, I think it's Sir Percival, slashing right through the fire, slashing right through the power. Yeah, we're fighting for the power. Better fear me, better run away. Like, oh, so catchy. My Will to Fight the Night, also a banger. The final boss theme with me, friggin' badass. Love that one. And then, of course, Night of the Wind. Yeah, I think thinking about, I gotta go with Sonic and the Black Knight. I think that one has my favorite OST. You really should, Estrock. It does have Wii and nunchuck controls. But I gotta say, as a stupid middle schooler, I got way too much enjoyment out of using the Wii remote as a sword. Like, I would literally like pose and then be like, ah! Ah! It's like Link was in my den.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't realize that the
Because I just got so into it. Like, another one, I had the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed because there were two versions. There was an Xbox version and a Wii version. At that time, I did not have an Xbox. Eventually, my brother would get an Xbox 360. But our main console was a Wii at the time. So I had the good old nunchuck controls for Sonic Unleashed. I gotta say, the werewolf levels, the werehog levels, that was one of the best workouts I've ever gotten in my life. Like, I mean, they're asking you to like punch with the Wiimotes and the nunchuck. It's like, you couldn't ask for a better workout. You're basically shadow boxing with your TV. It was great. I get why people hate on the werehog stages. They are lengthy. It does get monotonous. I will say, I will never understand why they made the choice to put a doorbell sound effect in the middle of the fights. Like, I understand it's supposed to indicate something like a grapple or whatever. I don't remember what. Maybe it's like a special move. But I swear that little ding, ding, I was like, okay, that's driving me crazy. I can live with the jazz music that starts up every time a fight happens, but that doorbell drove me crazy. Oh, Eggman, Estrock, I was on that level for so damn long. Eggman Land daytime. Oh God, the memories. That one hurt me. I also had this really annoying thing where for some reason my sensor was not reading my Wii Note correctly. So during the final battle, you get to pull out your inner Gurren Lagann and take control of basically, I'm going to call it a giant mech made out of temple pieces. Very badass, very cool. Chip is a very underrated character. Just going to put that out there. But yeah, my Wii sensor could not read when I was dodging. So I lost that first phase of the Dark Gaia fight a lot. It was very tedious. But I gotta say, the final boss with Supersonic very much made up for it. Estrock, then you and I are in the same boat because we both beat it. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's all that matters. If you have a good time with a game, it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just has to be enjoyable. No, I never broke anything with my Wiimote or nunchuck, Federico.
I was always very religious about putting the strap on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my mom made sure of it. Because like she had heard the horror story. She was like, that strap stays on.
It
I don't
don't
care
even go
if
through
your
the
wrist
TV.
is sweaty. You keep it on. I'm like, okay, it's not really any skin off my teeth. Like, it's not really me going out my way to do anything. I can live with this.
Yep.
I'm curious, Estrog, which version of Sonic Unleashed did you play? Did you have the Xbox version or the Wii version? Because I know with the Xbox version, you had like the hub worlds. You had like, I think there was a friendship meter with Chip, which was interesting. I don't think the levels were completely different, but I know like obviously the graphics were definitely different. Xbox definitely looked a lot better. But I think the final battle with Dark Gaia was different, like when you play as Supersonic. And if I'm remembering correctly, in the Xbox version, you're taking out like a force field, whereas in the Wii version, you are right up against Dark Gaia, like you're fighting him one-on-one. Oh, right, there were the Tails flight levels. I totally forgot about those. Yeah, those weren't in the Wii version. Okay, so you had the Wii version too. So you got the good Dark Gaia fight. I'm just saying. I don't know. For me personally, I like Sonic going up against Dark Gaia one-on-one instead of taking down a force field with little Dark Gaia worms popping out of it. I don't know. It just hits different. Sue me, I want my one-on-one boss fight. And then the most recent Sonic game I played was Sonic Generations, but that was years ago. I do have Sonic Frontiers on my shelf. I still have to play it. It's one of those, we must wait for the right day. We must wait for the right time to get absorbed in something new. But I do know that Nathan Sharp did one of the ending themes for Sonic Frontiers. So on that principle alone, I was like, yeah, okay, I have to buy this. Oh, Mania's good. I actually watched a friend play through that. I think that game had double player. Yeah, 2-player. Ah, not the vacuuming mason. T-Lopes. I feel like the name should be familiar to me, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. I can't claim to be an expert in everything, unfortunately. I wish I could. Sadly, that ain't what my degree was for. Yeah, so with all this Sonic history, I had to go see Sonic 3, and oh, so good.
Okay.
Hey?
Look at my eye moving around.
Oh, I didn't know that, Estrock. Very cool.
Where you going? I want there to be... Alright, we're gonna play a little bit.
Ooh, what are we playing with?
Because I'm gonna add a pendulum. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to add... I want something else. How do I do this again?
But I would say Sonic and Pokemon are the two franchises I played the most games in. I'm not sure, Estrock, but I hope they let him cook some more. I mean, sounds like they did some good things. They made some good food. I was about to say good ear food, but then I was like, I probably shouldn't say that. What Pokemon games have I played? Well, my first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Pearl. And I remember getting that one because I had a friend who was super into Pokemon. And she wanted me to get into it too, because she wanted to have those battles with me. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. Seems fun. So Pearl was my first one. I chose Chimchar at first. And then I decided, nah, I'm gonna restart and do Piplup, because Penguin, I don't know why I didn't choose this in the first place. So went through that. Honestly, really loved the game. It was like nothing I had ever played before. I hadn't really played too many RPGs up till that point. So that was like a whole new experience for me, where it's like, oh, okay, you select your move and oh, these have different effects. Ooh, some are stronger than others. Ooh, there's all these different types. Turtwig supremacy. Turtwig is very underrated. More love to Turtwig. Honestly, I love all the Gen 4 starters. I don't really think there's even a bad one, per se. Turtwig and Chimchar do make it harder against the first gym.
Twig!
Twig!
It's Turtwig, Mars, not Turtwig. Turtwig.
I said Turtwig.
Turtwig is different than Turtwig.
I have always said it Turtwig.
Turtwig! 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 Like a turtle twig! Turtwig! Why are they a wig, Mars?
I understand the difference. This is just how I've always said it.
This ain't a dialect thing, guys. This is weirdness.
This ain't, oh, guys, this ain't a dialect thing. This is a Mars read this name when she was 7, and this is how it's always been in her brain. And honestly, no one's questioned her until this point.
I can't. She keeps doing it.
Mason, I'm sorry, I meant to say Ori, but then Mason, I saw your chat pop up, so I addressed you.
There's a hyphen. You can see why, though. It doesn't.
US Strox, thank you.
It doesn't make sense.
Because guys, I had a friend who was super obsessed with Pokemon, like ultra obsessed. I said Turtwig many times in front of him. He never corrected me. He never corrected me. Or he's just upset because it's a grass type. And I'm butchering her grass type.
Turtwig has twig in the name. So where does the wig come? I understand turt for turtle. I get it, but wig. I'm wigging out about it.
Why they named it that way? I can't have all the answers.
It's like saying Piplup.
No, why?
Piplup. Instead of Piplup.
That just makes sense. Why would the eye say its name? There's no reason for the eye to say its name.
Okay, I'm sorry. Piplup. Turtwig. Not Piplup. Piplup. I'm Piplup. No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense, Mars. I agree with you. So how did we get Turtwig? I can't.
I don't fucking know.
Piplump. Piplump.
Plump.
Piplump. Yes.
Oh, I
Piplup
spoiled
and
my
Piplup.
Piplup with all the Puffins. That was one thing I really loved about Pokemon Pearl was the Puffins and the not Pal Park. Fuck, what was it called? It's the park in the same city as the Puffins, as the Puffin house. Like, I would always take my Pokemon out to walk there. Secret base and mining, yes. Oh my god. My friend was an MPV. She let me steal all her flags until I made it to gold rank, and then she was like, okay, now the deal is closed. Now we steal for real.
And now we're done.
Was it Pal Park? I don't know. Park in Pokemon Pearl where you take out your Pokemon. I remember the Safari Zone, and that one was fun too. It's Pal Park. No, it's not. It's not Pal Park. That was like the other one. Oh, Amity Square? Is that it? I don't remember. Oh no, maybe it was Amity Square. Amity Square, limited to selection of cute Pokemon. Okay, I think it was Amity Square I'm thinking of. Pal Park, I think, was in that game, but it wasn't what I was thinking of. Okay, Mason,
Ooh.
I am with you. I said Hearthome City. I gotta be honest, that's why I didn't use that as a descriptor for what I was trying to think of, because I knew I was gonna say, what's the name of the park in Hearthome City? And Ori was gonna be like, Hearthome?
No. I will say that was a city name that I specifically.
That one you accept.
No. You misunderstand. You misunderstand.
The double standard, guys.
You know when you go to.
Unbelievable.
You know when you like read like a name or something in like a book and you just like end up like you don't know how to say it in your head, so you just read it as like it's a symbol and not like a word. That's that
Oh,
one
you mean
for
like
me.
Turtwig?
See, Turtwig. It makes sense. But no, I would see that city and I would just like it's just a symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
Heart
so
Home
whenever
is just a
Cynthia
symbol.
talks to you, it's like, oh, might I advise you go to her city?
Yeah, literally. To place in the
to city.
like it might as well have just literally been like a Chinese character that I could recognize. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very
Honestly, to me, it was always the city whose first letter starts with an H.
I knew where it was
and
on
is
the
in
map.
the middle of the map.
Ooh, why is it
Yes!
weird?
Yes, it was always that city in the middle of the map.
Ooh. Ooh, weirdness.
I do remember somehow getting myself lost in I think what was it, Twin Peaks? It's like the mountain pass you have to go through right before the snow city, right before that long snow path. I somehow got so lost in those caverns. I put the game down for like 2 months, picked it up again, and then I breezed through those caverns and found my way out. I was like, how does that work? Like, you can't beat this level, or you can't get through this part. You put it down, and then you return to it, and I was like, oh, easy peasy, you figured it out. What's the psychology behind that? Mount Coronet. Am I getting all my locations mixed up? Guys, this is how many Pokemon games I played. I played Pearl. I played Black 2. I played X. I got the Sun version when Alola came out. And then okay, but there were 2 mountains, right? Like the mountain divided into 2 regions. That's why I'm thinking of twins, I think. Like the upper region and the lower region. Guys, I did warn you. Midnight Brain. I did warn you. This is what you willingly signed up for.
Okay, that's better.
This is what you signed up for.
I want to get to the end of this tutorial. I want to manage it, but we're still doing this.
Is it the same tutorial?
We're on the same video, yes.
Oh, wow.
I think I have to fix...
Yes, Telemachus versus Telemachus.
Yeah, gosh, oof.
Yeah, I don't think that song would flow so well if it was...
I can't even do it.
Telemachus.
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 Penelope.
Although I gotta say, Odysseus. So good. Or Odysseus. That's how it's originally pronounced.
Yeah, that's how they because it's very Latin. They like Latin because it's like Polyphemus. It's like very Latinized specifically.
Polyphemus, that was it.
Yeah, so then it's Odysseus.
Oh, how many are there other than Chimchar?
What are we
Fire types? Fire type starters?
What?
I mean, there are plenty. There's so many. They're in every game.
Oh, you mean the Chimchar line? Oh.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
The Chimchar. So it's Chimchar, and then it's. Oh.
Infernape is one of them.
That's the last one, isn't it? The middle one is the stupid
middle
one.
Chimchar line. It goes Chimchar something and then Infernape.
Oh, specifically other fire type Pokemon from Gen 4?
Monferno.
Didn't Sinnoh also
had a lot of fire types? I think it's just Ponyta and yeah, like Mason said, just Ponyta and Rapidash.
So it was Black that had those like 3 like elemental monkeys? That was Black and White?
Yes, yeah. 5th gen had the elemental monkeys. What was it? Pampor?
Yeah, Pampor.
Pamsage? Were they all named like Pam something?
Yeah, it was Panpour, Pansage, and Pansear.
Pansear. Yeah. That was it.
And then it was like Pinapore, Pinasage, Simapore, Simasage,
Singapore.
and Simaseed.
Singapore.
That was close.
Sounds like a foreign country. All right, Simasage. I think I tried using Simipore in my playthrough. I don't remember it going very well. I probably was just like, oh, I'll get another water type. I think my favorite gen, I always get so torn between Gen 5 and Gen 4. Because Gen 4 was the OG. Gen 4 was my introduction. So that holds a special place in my heart. But Gen 5 has so many of my favorite Pokemon. I just freaking love the sprite work in that game. It's so damn good. Also, I got a soft spot for the gyms in Black too. Like that one gym you go to that's literally a rock club. And they got the song going in the background. You actually hear them going, P-O-K-E-M-O-N, Pokemon! And you hear all the instruments playing in the background. Favorite place in Gen 5, Black 2 version, I gotta say is Village Bridge. Because it has the most beautiful music. I love how you find the different musicians around the city. And as you talk to them, like their instruments join the soundtrack. Oh, that was such a tiny detail. I don't think it has any bearing on the story at all. It's fun. Literally my favorite place in all of Black 2. Here's Stu Estrock. It's just clever. I wish they did more of that. Yes, bring back the seasons. That was cool. I really liked that Pokemon matched IRL seasons like Animal Crossing. That was so fun. Or he's got the lazy eye.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did have an instrument in every city. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that one.
Okay, I've
But
solved
I remember
it.
like they went hard on that soundtrack.
I've fixed
And,
it.
Love the detail.
What time is
Roxy
it?
is best girl, Mason. We do stan Roxy. And then you had the movie studio, you had the games and the competitions and everything. Like, God, Gen 5 was a good generation. Top tier. I wish they'd do some sprite work again. I'm nostalgic for it. I miss the good old sprite work. Let's see, other games I played. I have played Alpha Sapphire. And then, actually, I could literally just look at my shelf right now. Let's see. Oh, and I've played the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Whee! You have important news? Oh, coming in hot with that tea. What's the news? And welcome. The contests were fun in Gen 3. I never did the original, but I did do the ones in Alpha Sapphire. Explorers of Time Darkness. I had Explorers of the Sky. I remember that being the very first video game to ever destroy me emotionally. I was like, oh, what happened to my fun game about Pokemon? Like, this is bringing up existential dread. I am 8. I am too young to know what existential dread is. Ah, yes. Ladies, gentlemen, and gamers. Or to quote Skate the Infinity, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. God, I really need to watch Skate the Infinity dub. Too iconic. Oh, I never knew that, Estrock. Wow, so for my first ever Mystery Dungeon game, I literally got the the platinum of mystery dungeon games. Incredible. Yes, Jock, that's where that line is from. The antagonist in Skate the Infinity says it. He literally drops in on his skateboard and he goes, "Hey, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes." It was so iconic. I have it on a pin. Somebody made a pin of that, so I bought it. Because it's too iconic. Ooh, Pokemon Shield. See, I gotta be honest, I have yet to play the more recent games. Because I was either, I didn't have enough time, I had too many other games to play, or I don't know. I know Scarlet and Violet I was kind of avoiding because I was hearing the rumors about the glitches and I was just like, okay, until those get patched out, I ain't investing. But I think people have said it's gotten better. So, who knows? Maybe someday in the future. I would like to play another Pokemon game. Yeah, what is a national dex? See, I do give them some leeway with that, honestly, because, like, there are a lot of freaking Pokemon in existence now. And they gotta program all the sprites. They gotta, like, I know they've been reusing models a lot, and I'll give them a lot of grief for that either, because it's a lot of freaking Pokemon. Like, if you gotta take shortcuts, that one's fine. But when characters start falling through the screen or walking through each other, the glitches are just too much. So Mason, I don't know a ton about computer programming, but I think it's a bit more involved than just porting over the code. Like, especially if they're making it for a system like the Switch, because you're going from like everything that could be stored in a DS cartridge, now you're going to a Switch. I think you gotta change something about that code. Again, I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about that, because I used to think, oh, like when you're porting a game, it's just like adapting it. I actually recently learned that there's a lot more that goes into it. It's like, oh, that's why it takes a while for games to get ported. She says as she waits for a port of Metaphor. Oh yeah, Struck. I was around for that. I was on social media when that one was going around. That was a fun community to be a part of.
What are we talking about? I keep dipping in and out.
When they were making the Dexit jokes, when the national Dex didn't get imported.
Ah.
It was a play on Brexit. I think understaffed and both also like pushing the deadline. Like they always want to release on specific days, and I don't think they really decide to hold back the game. Like delay the game. That's the word I'm thinking of. Delay. Hold back. What the fuck? Delay! That's the word I wanted. I mean, Pastry Puff, if it's happening to Ace Attorney, I feel like Professor Layton could get some love. Well, Ace Attorney is getting all these ports and everything.
That is true.
So if it could happen for Ace Attorney, I feel like Professor Layton's
getting another game. Isn't there a Layton game coming out this year?
Isn't there?
That a thing? I'm pretty sure there's a Layton game coming out this year, yeah.
Like a pre-order like gift or something, a tea collection would be very appreciated.
Oh my god.
Layton and the New World of Steam. Oh, you were right, Ori. There is a new one.
Yeah. I knew Mason. God, I keep doing that. I knew Pastry Puff had been talking about it. I think Mason's just on the brain, Mason. You're just so memorable.
We got our staples in chat.
But I don't know why I do that one specifically.
Triori's getting her eyebrows done.
I am.
She's got to react. bombastic side eye. I don't know. Is it a side eye if it's going to the center? Indeed, Mason. Indeed. Oh my god, the Senate still isn't done. 3 panels is harder than I thought. What?
How do I get the deformer
On
back?
the subject of Pokemon, I did get Shining Pearl. I did get the remake. And I've only played through a little bit of it. And then I gave it to my brother to see if he could get into Pokemon. Because I was just kind of like, it wasn't bad. Like, I definitely enjoyed, like, don't get me wrong. With Shining Pearl, I definitely had moments where I was like, oh, this is so cool. This is so nostalgic. Like, when I heard the updated version of Eterna Forest and everything, I was like, oh, that's so good. Like, oh, it brought back all the memories. But then, like, in other places, it just was not hitting. And I know I've definitely talked on here about I don't like how the HP bar just vanishes on you instead of that slow, suspenseful crawl to the end. Like, I've harped on that enough. I don't know, I just never returned to Shining Pearl for some reason. What did they do to you? To me or to Ori?
I don't know. What have they done to me?
Who is the one they did to? Ouch. I think I have an eyelash in my eye. Ow. Oh, Shining Pearl. I don't think they did anything to me. I think it was just like, I don't know. I like the classic experience more. Playing through Legends Arceus, though, was really fun. That was really cool, like hearing the original motifs from Sinnoh and being like, holy shit, I recognize that! That's a remix of this theme! That was really fun. That was definitely an appeal. I don't know, Shining Pearl just did not hit the same. But then I literally opened, you know, OG Pearl, original Pearl, and played it on my DS, and I was like, oh, nope, I still enjoy it. So it's not like I'm not into this anymore. It's just something about Pearl. Something about Shining Pearl. Something about the remake. I don't know. And my brother tried playing it. He's not much for turn-based combat. He definitely prefers his Marios and his, what's the other one he likes? He plays Mario. Oh, and he also plays Super Monkey Ball. Which is very random, but very funny. He really likes that one.
I had that game. I never understood how to play it.
It's basically like a physics puzzle race. Oh, like, I get the idea. But, like, I watch people do playthroughs and, like, they take all these shortcuts or, like, launch themselves off, like, the highest point and, like, yeet themselves to the end goal. And I'm like, cool. I think I'd plummet directly into a hole if I tried that. Like, I don't think I got the gamer skills for that one. Yeah, maybe that was it, Estra. Maybe it just felt a little unfinished to me. Like, if they let the games cook for a little longer, we could have something truly, truly special. But again, it's weird because we got remakes of Gen 1. We got remakes of Gen 2. That was the other one I played. I played Soul Silver. Ooh, there's a meme in the couch. Okay. Let us go see the couch. The video ends when Blitzy dies. Blissy, not Blitzy. Two minutes. Ugh. Not soon enough. I think I did have a Blissey on one of my teams. Good news, bad news dichotomy. Uh-oh, which news do we want
Urza
first?
has to leave. I think that's the two things.
Oh, you got ears?
Yep. Oh,
Cannot
fucking
say.
called it.
Wow.
Called it. Called it. Yeah.
Ori did call it. What the fuck is it? Ugh. Freaking Whitney in that milk tank still haunts me. I did spend a lot of time playing that card game in the same city. Like there's a little house you could go to where there's like a card game going on, and I played a lot of that. It's like, forget the main game, I just want to play cards. Voltorb flip, that was it. Yeah, I played way too much Voltorb flip. That was like my go-to. Early start tomorrow. Ooh, well, best of luck. Thank you so much for the lurk. It's okay. We appreciate it regardless. We shall continue to have fun. Because that's what we do around here.
Okay, I think I've solved it. I think we're good here.
I feel like Whitney curb stomped me more than Cynthia did. Like, I don't remember having a huge problem against the Elite Four when I first played Pearl. At least, like, not in a, oh my god, I've had to redo this over and over and over. I think I did it 4 times, and then I beat it on the 4th. But Whitney was like, holy hell, I cannot beat this stupid milk tank. It's just destroying all my Pokemon. My poor babies. Voltorb flip role plays? In that they're just playing the game? Is it in the actual game or is it in real life? I'm so intrigued.
We're gonna save because this is gonna get wild, I have my understanding. Right here, right
Ooh,
now.
okay.
Gonna...
Oh, they're the dealer. Okay.
This is where I have to copy everything over. So I have to get my one eyeball eye shine out of the eye folder. And then I'd like it up here, please. Thank you. And then I have to delete the left eye. Delete.
So what do we gain by deleting the left eye?
So I am copying what I have just done on the right eye over to the left eye. However, the highlights are not symmetrical. They're not mirrored over, so they have to not be deleted. So next step.
That is fascinating.
Okay, and then click the rigged eye folder, which is this one.
I feel like that's
C,
impossible, Lestra.
yes.
You should feel like a god. That's crazy.
All right, and then I'm going to control V. Okay. And with everything selected, hold on, back up.
The eye folder, then delete the eye folder.
Oh my god, this is
Select
wild.
the rigged eye folder, Control C, click yes, and Control V. And while everything's selected, right click, reflect.
Right click, reflect.
Check eyeball X.
Check eyeball X.
Click OK.
Just check eyeball X. Just check eyeball X.
Folder, Control C, click yes, and Control V. And while everything's selected, right click, reflect. Check eyeball X. Click OK.
Okay. Looks like it did it.
Then the duplicated eye
Ori did
folder
it.
itself will be inside of your
It is inside of my other
We
eye.
can do it if we try.
So we want to drag that out.
We want to drag that out. Yes.
So that is 2 independent eye folders.
Then
drag the asymmetrical highlight inside of your duplicated eye in the iris folder and delete the old one. Then
okay. There's a lot of stuff happening right here, right now. Cool.
Drag your highlight into the deformer iris P because that's where the old one was. And if anything is moving in a weird way, it's probably in the wrong deformer.
Okay.
Then I go into physics settings to check the effect.
So I need to rename this one. How do I rename? Name I L should be L. Everything has to be L now. Now it's the rename time. Yay.
Nice. Well, it sounds like you did it correctly.
Well, I don't know yet. I'm renaming first because I need to understand brain things.
It does indeed help the brain. Oops. Come on, Senate. Don't do this to me, my man.
God, it's comb over, Ori. Receding air. No, y'all are so mean. Wow.
Come over, Ori.
I'm not Winston Payne. So mean to Ori, guys. And this isn't even Orsi, this is Cersei. You guys seem pretty foolish now. Ha ha ha.
Her first introduction and you guys are already bullying her?
Yeah, bullying me. You get a
no
fanfic with a female Payne?
Into pigs.
Oh no. What did that entail?
What the
Estrok?
fanfic was.
Yeah.
What fandom were we a part of?
Well, we were obviously a part of Ace Attorney, but
I gotta say, if you're looking for a Harry Potter replacement, MASH is pretty good. It's definitely more comedic.
I know his Mason's
but
still
if you're
here.
looking for a good time,
she's gonna say the bully words again.
This is what we do. We chat, we tell a little bit about ourselves, and we tell people about our recommendations.
Yes, it usually does. Yeah,
it is Ace Attorney. Okay.
No,
so
it's
it was
not.
just
See, I knew you were gonna call me
Mason.
Yeah, was everyone gender swap? I'm curious. Cause that makes sense then. If like the whole fic was just a gender swap fic, like makes sense.
How could it not Estrok?
How could it not be Ace Attorney?
Fan fiction could do anything.
This is true, but I feel like Winston Payne is not a character that's beloved enough to be ported into any other fandom. Just saying.
People make OCs all the time.
Yeah, don't know, don't spoilers, but maybe you were the foolishly foolish fool all along. Yes, indeed.
Tread, bleh. Tread with caution, bleh.
Estrok's being good.
Goodbye, voice. Goodbye, brain. It was nice knowing you.
All right. So wait, I have to check parameter things.
Is it too much to hope that out of nowhere we get a snow day tomorrow?
I have to do that separately. I can look left and right.
That's crazy.
You can put the hair back for a second. I can look left,
give us the full picture.
Ooh.
Oh, very cool.
And then I have my eyes open, my eyes closed. Okay. No, you're fine. My eyes closed. My eyes smile. My eyes open
cute.
smile. Even wider smile. I do have to fix the eyebrow thing. That's it.
Hey, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
So let's see if I can manage this again. So no, wait, let me see if it'll tell me how. Yeah, I don't have you been hearing this? Look at there's one setting I have to fix the eyebrows. But you can come here and we can watch her blink. Look! Oh my god, she's not winking anymore. She's blinking, guys. Look at that. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Okay, and then we can do some eye smile. Oh my god, look at that. I blink now.
It's appreciated, Estra.
Yes, we appreciate Vakadu. Yeah, look at her go.
In terms of plot pastry puff, we don't know too much. We just know about certain characters being there.
Yeah, I know.
And we know about Phoenix, but we don't know what gets him that way.
Okay, characters that I know in the sequel trilogy. Phoenix, Trucy, Athena, Apollo. I know Trucy's like relation to Phoenix.
Cadence.
Yeah, we know Gavin. I know Gavin has a brother, Kristoff. I think that's his name. They both are spelled with K's.
I'm pretty sure it's Kristoff.
I think that's literally everybody. Yeah, that's it. That's everybody.
Oh my god, I finally finished the Senate.
That's everyone. I know nothing really related to the story involved. Like I said, I know Trucy's relationship to Phoenix, and that's literally it. I don't know. Yeah, Gavin with a K. I don't know where. There's not a lot to spoil, Mason, honestly. Yeah, I don't know where Athena comes from. I don't know where Apollo comes from. Like, obviously he's like a protege of some sort, you know, in the end, because he's also like a defense attorney. Like, I know he's and he like has Phoenix vibes. I mean, look at the boy, you know, like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
But I have no idea where Athena comes from.
Has anyone done? You guys know really that sound bit that's like, I want to be just like you. No. That's a bad idea.
Yes.
No.
No.
Why do I imagine that with Phoenix and Apollo? And Apollo's just like, I want to be just like you. And Phoenix is just like, I have trauma. I need therapy.
I need lots of therapy. I honestly probably also have depression, trauma, depression, all of that.
Like, no. Mom's going to kill me. That's a bad idea.
No.
I love that soundbite. I wish it would come back. That was peak.
Okay. So let's listen to how we deal with
Mason, Ori knows all the Mashley spoilers. She watched the whole thing. I am currently in the process. And mwahaha, spoilers just make me want to watch it more. M Young, hello. I'm not sure if we have pixie dust to spare. I'm not sure if we ever had pixie dust.
Indeed. I do not know. See, why? I want you in. There we go. Okay. Now it works.
Ooh.
Woo! Let's go, bros.
Nice.
Save.
Please save. Don't lose this. Do not
now
lose
I need to do what I just did again with the eyebrow, because my eyebrow was separate than my other thing. So we're going to delete this eyebrow, and then we are going to copy this eyebrow, and then we're going to paste this eyebrow, and then while selected, we're going to right-click.
I'm not sure how we would do that.
Reflect.
Ori's got the mouse. I sadly just got words.
And I think
actually, no. What am I talking about?
There.
That's not sadly. That's based.
What is happening? What are you talking about? I stopped paying attention. I'm doing things.
I'm chatting with chat.
Okay. Now.
You just focus on your brows.
Ooh. Shouldn't it be a different parameter, though?
Trivia is up.
Mm.
And it's a Name That Tune. Ooh, I'm going to have to listen to this one later. Wow. Pastry Puff, I just saw your chat in the reserve table for Don Da Don episode 10. I haven't read it yet, but this is lengthy.
Look, guys.
I look forward to it. I don't know if I'll read it on stream because I want to interact with you guys.
Okay.
But I'm going to assume, Pastry Puff, that you liked it. If the
Don Da Don episode was good. Yes.
That long?
The Don Da Don episode was good for Pastry Puff. Yes. Pastry Puff had many good thoughts about it. Very enjoyed it.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Okay, so I just don't use brow L.
So is the plan to rig one eyebrow and then do a copy paste again?
I did copy paste. I'm just seeing here that it has like brow. I'm just seeing here that it has brow left Y and brow left form. And I'm assuming that's with the intention that I can have like one eyebrow quirked instead of both having to move together. And I'm not sure how they're doing that. So let me see.
Quirkus elbow. Quirkus eyebrow.
No.
1, 2. No, I had 4 panels left. God damn it. Oh, I'm so mad. I thought I was done. Okay, well, you're just a headshot. I can bang this out. I can bang this out. This ain't a problem. Zinit, where the hell is your arm in this shot? That is not an arm. Shit.
Okay, goodness. We have to go back. We're doing more. There's a lot more. Okay. Parameters.
It's so involved.
Duplicate. I think that.
Yes, yes.
Oh my
Ooh,
Lord.
okay. This Zinit has decided to behave.
Oh no,
I'm
what
very
just
happy
happened?
for
Hold
it.
on, hold on. Back up, back up. Let's try again.
Both eyes. So first we're going to duplicate all the physics parameters.
Mm-hmm.
And, change it to IR.
Okay, okay.
Oops.
Replicate. Add a parameter. L. I have cap locks on. So I actually didn't use this third parameter, so I don't need that.
Ooh, okay.
I'm simple like a person.
One less thing to deal with.
Indeed, indeed.
Noise.
L. Okay. We're good now. Now what? Then find my I folder. This one. Okay.
Select all.
Select all. How do I select all again? Right click. Nope. I don't know how I select all. How do I
Are they telling you how?
No, she's just saying to do it. Like I learned before.
Then find your right eye folder. Select.
Found it.
Very nice.
Okay, got there. Now what?
All.
Mm-hmm.
Right click on IR open.
Right click. Oh, shit. No! Damn it.
No.
Right at the end, and I skipped.
Pastry Puff, you found a kindred spirit. That's really cool. It's always wild when you find someone who actually knows about like the stuff you're into, and it's like, oh wait, you're in the loop too? And you vibe. You vibe and you fan.
Okay, select it all.
Right click on IR open.
Right click on, okay, hold on. Right click on IR open.
Change.
No, I did it and it didn't do anything. Hold on.
Change it to I left open.
Back up, back up.
Find your right eye folder. Select all. Right click on IR open.
Ah, down there. Right click here on IR open. Click change.
The mystery has been solved.
Change to I left open. Cool.
The same for IR smile. Change.
Same for IR smile. Change to I left smile. Where's I left smile? Yep, there it is. I left smile. Good. Good, good, good.
To I left smile.
Now what? Tell me, merely. Tell me, Wufei.
Give me your wisdom.
Okay, hold on, back up.
Into I left smile.
Yes, I did that. Now what?
Brow right Y.
Brow white. Oh, bleh. Wow. Yep. Brow left. Select. I have these selected. Selected. Now this goes from.
I need sentence color.
Brow right Y. Change to brow left Y. Cool. Brow right. Do I have to unlink it first? Did you unlink it first?
Brow left Y.
You did. Undo. Unlink. Now we do this. Oh no.
Pastry Puff. Pastry Puff. Pastry Puff.
Pastry Puff?
Do you
What?
by chance have a link to those objection speech bubble earrings? Because that's another collection I kind of got is cool ass earrings.
Can I?
Oh, they have. I thought you had that.
No. They have
Wow,
them.
I misread
But
that.
Mars, you've just stereotyped yourself real hard with that.
I don't care.
It's just really funny. You're
I don't
living up to
give a
a
shit.
stereotype.
I don't give a shit.
It's just
I'll
very
wear
funny.
what I think is fun and cool.
Oh no,
Guys,
that's not
I have Leo.
It's not a
Photia's
problem.
Earrings.
It's
I have
certainly not a
Leo
problem.
Photia's earrings.
That's more what I want. That's more what I want.
Don Don's
I
earrings.
I got as like a gift, like literally just like Finn the human, Jake the dog, and BMO, like just little like earrings that I can wear. But it's like they're cool and stuff. But it's like I less want that, and I more want like Vanitas's earring. You know, like I more want like just the earrings that the give me.
That's what I'm talking about. The earrings the characters wear.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I mean by
Well,
I have
see, but
Leo
see, like
Photia's
the objection speech bubbles are not earrings the characters wear. Now the like scale
Just
ones
fun.
that like CCU wears. Now that's the shit.
Those.
Right, now
I
that's
would
the
hella
shit.
wear those.
Magatama earrings would be pretty epic. Hello, Willow.
Hey, Willow. I'm glad to see we're on the same page when it comes to these earrings.
There's not a lot of other. Ace Attorney doesn't have a ton of earring characters, do they?
I think.
What's her name?
Does Gavale have earrings?
Oh, I don't think so because mine doesn't. I didn't remember drawing earrings for my character, so I don't think that Gavale has earrings. At least not very
Magatama
noticeable.
earrings would be very cool. I would not be surprised. Ace and what happens when you type in Ace Attorney earrings?
No, she
Francisco
doesn't.
wears earrings.
Oh, Francisca does wear earrings. Yes, that is.
We're really dumb.
Good. We are really dumb. Also,
Athena has moon earrings.
Manfred von Karma has earrings. They're studs, but still. And I will say, upset.
It totally counts.
I am upset that the only fashion choice that Edgeworth kept from Von Karma is the Jabot. Please let Edgeworth have earrings, please. Please.
Okay.
But also, like,
you're right. No, Gavale does not have
no, she has,
earrings.
like, the bang that covers her half the face, and then the, like, little side hair piece. So she doesn't need earrings. She's adorned enough.
Okay, Eustace does not have earrings, but for some reason I feel like he should.
No, he should.
Like, he should.
He should.
Why do I remember a character with, like, a tassel earring? I swear I remember, like, tassel earrings.
Not from Ace Attorney. That's a Suo from Windbreaker.
Is that what I remember?
Yeah, he has the tassel earring, which is epic as fuck. Yes, please. Yeah, he has the lovely, beautiful tassel earrings.
Those are lovely.
Like, yes, please, thank you.
I would wear those. Those are gorgeous.
Also, Mars and I basically bought, like, a pink glow-in-the-dark version of, I'm blanking on his name. Demon Slayer boy. What's his name? Tanjiro. We got Hanafuda earrings.
Yes.
Epic
They
as
got
shit.
cherry trees on them. Well, mine have cherry trees. I think you went for...
I got the pampas grass with the moon, yeah.
Yeah, you got that one. I got cherry tree ones.
Yeah,
they're very pretty. And they glow in the dark.
I know that, they're pink and then they're glow in the dark, which is really epic.
They're gorgeous.
I know that Angel Star has earrings. They're just hoops, though. They're just, like, hoops. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I could have that.
That's just kind of generic.
They're not as cool. Like, I love the, like, subtle merch rep vibes, right? That's why it's, like, if you wore Vanita's earring, it's just, like, a cool earring. But if, like, you know.
Magatama earrings should glow in the dark.
The only reason, if they say it on screen, like if I'm watching it in the dub, I'll pronounce it the Japanese way. But if I'm watching the sub, I'll pronounce it how they pronounce it in Japanese. But if you watch the dub, I'll pronounce it however they've anglicized it, right? So that's why it's like Tanjiro, because it's like Tanjiro, like, and that's why you like I flip the R, which isn't the right kind of R, but like it's closer, it's not like
it's closer, but also like the character is Ta, like that. That is the symbol being used. Did I just paint this his skin color?
So when I'm not reading it as much as I'm hearing it. But if, like, say in the dub they were to say like Tanjiro or something, like, then I would say it that way.
That would stand out.
Well, but like remember, like think about it, you wouldn't know the difference, right? Like, obviously if we watch the sub first and then watch the dub, you like hear it. But if we just only dubbed, like, you wouldn't hear it. Like sometimes they do like really put effort into pronouncing it like with a Japanese well,
recently they've put effort into pronouncing it with that Japanese pronunciation, which is appreciated.
I don't think that... I guess it's Saitama versus Saitama. How do you say that one in Japanese? Which is the Japanese one?
So it would be Saitama.
So in Japanese you'd do Saitama. Saitama. In I watched the dub, so it's Saitama, like, it's not Saitama, it's Saitama. You're like condensing it. You're not doing Saitama.
You're doing what's called an alveolar tap.
Yeah,
in which
that's
you're
how
not
they did it
the full T.
in the dub.
You're kind of turning it into a D. Guys, this also happens when you say butter. Because people don't go butter, they go butter.
in
turtle.
American English.
You don't go turtle, you go turtle. It's a quick alveolar tap.
That's
this was very fun because I got to explain this to somebody today because they were like, well, my kid's saying like the examples I gave it turtle, butter, and I was like, Okay, well that's not an articulation error. That's actually a result
A
of
dialect.
a little bit of co-articulation, but then also it's an alveolar tap because our brains, we want to do things in the most efficient way possible. That includes speaking. So our speech mechanism makes use of something called co-articulation where you're preparing for the next sound as you're saying the first one. So it's easier to do a quick and easy like tongue tap with the da instead of a full t, because that takes more effort. That takes longer to say turtle versus turtle. Turtle, turtle. A lot quicker. Like a glottal stop. I have to think about that one. Let me remind myself of glottal stop examples. Glottal stop example. Minus AI. Screw you. Name linguistics have given a type of sound. No shit, it's a type of sound. Say the phrase, uh-oh, the little hiccup noise after the first is a glottal stop. Okay, so uh-oh. Uh-oh. Would that be an example of co-articulation? I'm not sure if that's an example of co-articulation. I think that's why it kind of falls into its own category of glottal stop. Let me see. Glottal stop is a stop sound made by rapidly closing the vocal folds. Okay, that makes sense. Formoplosive, in which closure is made by breaking the vocal folds. Yeah, okay. Phonetics 101, everybody. Yeah, but they're usually made very frequently in English. So you might have a glottal stop before vowels, like in the words it, ate, ouch, like little ones like that. I've seen people describe it as a catch in your throat. So like when you say uh-oh, it's like that little pause down there. You might even like feel it physically. And the fun thing is it's totally natural. That's just how the American dialect and pronunciation works. But not every language has glottal stops or alveolar taps. This is why I find language and speech so fascinating.
I'm braining things. Ooh, look.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to get this Hotson done. I got
Look at
2 panels
me.
left. Whoa!
I can be quizzical. Honestly, technically, it would always be the other way because I usually raise my left eyebrow. But yeah! All right, guys.
You got the ability.
Okay, what happened here? Do I have to clip things weird? Is that why you're not being...
Oh, only if Madam Tutorial tells you to.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out what is this? And why are you
Oh.
being weird? I know why.
I got no answers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why are you being weird? It's you. Why are you not clipping correctly?
I'm glad it works fine, Federico. I don't entertain often, but when I do, it's either about anime, video games, or speech. Or all three.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave
Or
it
my
like that.
cat. Guys, my cat is being such a brat. I don't know if I told this story on stream yet, but I think this is the other reason why she really likes snuggle time in bed is because I keep treats in my night table drawer because we have a lot of treats for her. We always like get them on her gotcha day, Christmas, that all that good stuff. but then we always forget to give them to her. And then by the time another Christmas rolls around, we still have 3 bags of treats in the cabinet. So now we have 6 bags. So last year, I was trying to be proactive. I was like, if I keep these in my night table drawer, I will give them to her regularly. And thus, she will finish a bag of treats. And they're like, they're the lean treats. So I'm not overfeeding her or anything. They're like just little ones. And it's like every 3 days. So nothing crazy. She's still very healthy. So no worries there.
Look
But
at
she has definitely
me.
learned where the treats are. Because every time I reach for my night table, she like bolts upright and is like, oh, is that for me? Are you opening a drawer? Hang on, Beth. Sneeze.
Okay, something has
Excuse
happened.
me.
Bless you.
Speaking of cat, the fur is flying. Hey, that was not fun. But yeah, anytime I reach for my dresser, she immediately perks up and she's like, "Oh, you're getting a treat for me, right? Like the thing you're getting is going to be for me, right? And it's going to be a tasty treat. Like why else would you be reaching toward your night table for a cup of water, for chapstick? No way. No, literally, pastry puff. She's literally like, is for me. Like she will come over and sniff what I have in my hand, like just to double check it's not a treat. It could be a tissue, and she'll like come over and be like. And I'm like, it's not a treat. It's a tissue. I swear you don't want this.
There we go.
I'm telling you, you don't want this. I know you don't want this. But then after about 5 minutes, I give in and give her a treat because she's too cute and I can't not spoil her.
Okay.
Do I have a favorite word? Ooh.
Guys, this is where we're
I don't
at
know if I
today.
call it a favorite word, but I do have a word that sticks out in my mind just because I had a phonetics professor that talked about it in detail, and it's the word circus. She basically, for our first day of class, explained what we would be learning in phonetics. And she said, part of my curriculum on the very first day is teaching you why circus is the worst word in the English language and makes no sense with how we spell it. Because what you're going to learn in this class is we spell things very differently from how they sound. And she broke it down like letter by letter why circus was the worst word in the English language. So I can't say it's my favorite word, but it's definitely a memorable one just because I have that memory attached to it. Like she really sold me on, oh wow, yeah, circus is a poof. That's rough in the English language. You got that S sound in the beginning, but it's spelled with a C. So in phonetics, you would write it with an S instead of a C. Then you have that sound, but there's an I. So it's not circus, it's just circus. There's a special symbol in phonetics. But wait, you have to decide, is that a stressor or an unstressed There are different ones. Then you get to the it's not spelled with a K, it's spelled with a C in English, but in phonetics, you would use a K. And then you have the sound. But again, you got to decide because there are 2 of them. Is it a stressed or is it an unstressed And then you have the S at the end. Luckily, that one stays the same, but that was her reasoning for why circus was the worst word in the English language. And that just stuck in my brain. She was a really good professor. Honestly, of all the phonetics professors we could have had, I was like, oof, I got the jackpot. I really got the jackpot. Yes, schwas. Oh, the schwas. They could trip up the smartest of spelling bee champs. They just where you least expect them. Where you least expect them. And then we learned about stressed and unstressed syllables. That was not phonetics, though. That I think I learned in linguistics. I'm pretty sure I learned that in my linguistics class, not phonetics. Because phonetics, we talked about stressed and unstressed phonemes. That's basically the smallest unit of language, so a letter. And then in linguistics, we talked about the smallest, not smallest, blah, stressed and unstressed syllables. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. I do remember my professor for that class though. He was really fun. He was working on his dissertation during this semester I was with him, and like you could tell he was working on his dissertation. Poor guy was like so tired, but it was like the kind of tired where he was the one bouncing off the walls, which made for a very entertaining class. He wore a Yoshi hoodie on Halloween. And like, okay, this guy is based. He's a good one. Oh, you switch the IPA symbols. I feel like we all do that at least once, especially when we're just starting out. That was the big thing of those tests. They gave you so many words to write in IPA and then also do in reverse. How many projects we got cooking now? Well, in terms of Folding Planets, Outcast is the biggest one. It is first and foremost. It's a whole story. It's got fully realized characters. Ori and I have a trajectory we know we want to go. We have been thinking about another project, what would come after Outcast. And we talked about it a little on Comic Corner on Tuesday. Basically, mech enhancements meet male careers meet not really post-apocalyptic, I guess. Basically a society recovering and trying to reestablish their roots. It's definitely still in the oven. It's
And
still
it's gonna
baking.
be a
We
long
got some
time, and
rough
it really
ideas.
won't be anywhere near close until Outcast is done. There's no like, it's more just like every once in a while it's a brain blast moment, but
just kind of a fun side project to think about.
Definitely like this will be the next thing, but how close it'll be to what we're describing now, you know, by the end, who knows.
But individually, Ori and I always got things cooking. Ori's got her VTuber, as you could see. She's going to be doing some fan arts this year for indie projects. I got some whips for fan fictions I want to actually finish, hopefully. Maybe one this weekend, because I got a 3-day weekend coming up. So I'm hoping to get one of them out, preferably on Monday. We'll see how things go. I'm hoping, but we always got our little projects keeping us busy. And in terms of like projects to keep Mars sane, like I finished a paint by numbers recently. That was fun. I got a crochet kit recently, so I'm hoping to start that. And then my grandma gifted me a 5,000 piece puzzle, so hopefully I will do that one day. We never don't have projects. There's usually always something cooking. There's usually always something cooking. I can guarantee that. I just finished Jeweler Richard. Ori and I were book clubbing that for a little while. And one of the scenes in the last few episodes, I was like, ooh, there's an idea. I can work with this. Yeah, been workshopping that a little bit. Let's see, what is going on with this line? What is happening? And there we go. Okay, I understand now. Work is never over. I'm okay with like work being over. Like the end of the day, and then I get to come home and do like little personal projects. Like that's what I like. That's what I like. Cause honestly, like I find working on the comic relaxing. I find coloring in the flats very, very therapeutic. I wouldn't call it mindless, but there's definitely a rhythm to it that just kind of like lulls you into a sense of ease, and it's like, this is nice. This is a vibe. I'm doing good. I'm having a nice time. Same with the painting. I'm hoping the crocheting will be similar to that.
When you get
Like,
used to
hopefully I
it.
get into a rhythm.
When you
Well,
get
it
used to
was
it.
one of those kits. So it comes with like
Oh,
the Learn
Woobles?
With Me videos. Yeah, yeah.
How did I know?
Not sponsored, not sponsored. But I have a friend who she lived in, well, used to live in Florida. She actually just moved. But she was my roommate in college. And we were like, wouldn't it be fun to like kind of do something that connects us, even though we're so far apart? So we both ordered the exact same kit. It was a little Halloween witch cat because we ordered these around October, or no, September. We ordered them for October. And it came with like a little witch hat, and then we got some add-ons. So I got a little coffee cup, a little party hat, because I'm like, oh, when it's not Halloween, like I can put the party hat on the cat and it'll be a little hat. It came with a cape as well. So I get to
Nice.
crochet a little cape and a little cat and a little coffee cup. And it's just so cute.
Yeah, so
But then life happened for the both of us. And we're like, okay, we'll put this project on hold. So I decided to do the painting instead. That was
I
kind of a
have
solo project.
I have an Afghan crochet project that my mother got, that she got the yarn that goes with it, but I have other yarn to go with it. And we were doing that together, and I was further than that. Welcome back, Dichotomy, with ears. How about that? You got
Dichotomy,
20 minutes left
hello.
of us doing shit.
Ooh, you're getting a good amount of stream.
I need right eye. And
Right. Phoenix right.
Phoenix right indeed. I need, this is right eye open.
You know what? Fuck it. I want to see if I can find those objection speech bubble earrings.
Probably. You probably can.
To me. Objection speech
But what was I going to say? What was I saying?
earrings.
You know what? This might actually be
Oh, I see a necklace.
an eyelid problem. Yeah, this is a lid problem. Yes.
Oh, they got the take that earrings.
Nice.
Oh, these are fun. Wait, no, those aren't these scales, but they are scales.
All right, let me brain myself again in 1 second, and because then I want to answer Federico's sort of thing.
Inquiry.
Yeah. Can I move the one? Okay. Just trying to fix this.
I'd say you've made some very good progress, Ori.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you're booking
pretty well.
I really thought it was going to be a lot harder.
Me too. And yet. Whoops, stop. That was the problem. I did a stupid. Okay.
Oh no.
Now we're here. Now we're here. Now we're braining here. Good.
Okay, there you go, Hotson. You got your hair, you got your undercut.
Gotta go down further. Okay, projects. Good night, Mason.
Night, Mason.
So, yeah, and these 20 minutes are the best. They are the best since you're here, Dichotomy. Only good news this time, indeed. But, so, yeah, projects. Folding Planets project that will happen until it's done is Outcast. Basically, we will not make another, like, full new comic until that's done. Technically, Band-Aid does exist and does have, like, a good amount of work done for it, but not yet. But, like, there's still more, arching to do related to that. mostly background rendering stuff for the first part. Ace Attorney AU, again, has more written for it, and will have a whole, basically turnabout level thing eventually. But those are like the two big AUs, and there'll probably be more AUs in the future because we love our boys, and there's too many AUs. But otherwise, we're not going to have like a whole new comic until the main Outcast comic is done. Same with the dub. I'm working on the dub. The dub will come back. Unfortunately, there's just a lot going on right now. Mainly the big projects is that's hampering that is I'm trying to edit all of Tangled Tower, of our Tangled Tower streams we did over a year ago. So we have, of course, editing the Ace Attorney videos, and then I'm also editing the Tangled Tower videos so that they can go out and be uploaded fully before Farewell My Turnabout is fully uploaded, because they have the old avatars and not the new ones. And then we switched to the new avatars for Trials and Tribulations, and so I kind of wanted them, if I was going to edit them, all be out before that happens. That's just a personal preference. I was managing it. We've fallen a bit behind. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Those are the big things with the Ace Attorney channel. Ace Tooney channel. Of course, we'll stream Ace Attorney this week, and we'll stream Ace Attorney next week, and then we have, Mars and I will be doing the next Detective Grimoire thing. But basically, these avatars will never, I won't say never, ever, ever, but like in the very near future will not be changed drastically to the point that they would be like a 2.0, a 3.0. This is Mars and Ori 2.0, and Dylan, obviously, when he's here, 2.0. There will never, again, I won't say never, ever, 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 3.0. What about updates for the best channel, the Curio? I still do commissions pretty frequently, especially the Ben 10 from that one client that I love to work with. They're great. It's probably majority going to be like, what is the Curio? Estrock, I have it's basically only Instagram at this point. It technically has a Tumblr and a Reddit as well. I never update the Reddit anymore. The Tumblr sometimes gets updates, but it's mainly Instagram. It's called the Origami Curio, and it's actually like what I would consider my debut of content creation. And it's
absolutely
it's mainly D&D. It has now evolved into sometimes Pathfinder stuff, homebrew stuff. However, it was basically always Dylan was the vast majority of, if not entirely, the like actual balancing writing aspect of it. And yeah, exactly, Dichotomy. No, Dichotomy, that's how we started streaming, was because I became friends with Cinder, and we had a fair community from that into this. So there is still like holdover from that. That's why we did like drawing and
like
dragons
Thursdays
for a long
were
time.
originally Drawing and Dragons night.
Exactly. And so it's a big part of it. It's definitely like in the lore. I just have so many things. The vast majority of what the Instagram now is uploading the commission work I've done, because it's 99% of the commission work I do is, I know, Dichotomy, I wanted to do this. This is why we needed to change it. Only slightly biased. I know, only slightly biased. However, okay, there's a lot of through lines. That's what makes content creation hard. The thing that makes it really difficult is the fact that we are variety streamers, variety content creators at our core, 100%. But it's very difficult to get any traction on the internet by being a variety channel fully. You can get away with it being a streamer, but that's about it. Having like an Instagram, that's everything. Having like, any other level of social media, even like YouTube and stuff, that is super not specific, just makes it very hard to grow, mainly because of the fact is that
the algorithm
those
will
people
not reward you.
It's that, but it's specifically that because the people who are following you for you now, specifically you the person, and that are just willing to sort of vibe with whatever you do, versus like we do Ace Attorney and games, but they're also like Ace Attorney vibe games is the goal that we like to do, right? You know, we're not like branching out and suddenly playing you know, a ton of different things. I know we played Baldur's Gate, but that was because we were still like, we had, you know, we have the ties to the Dungeons and
Well,
Dragons.
that we were doing
right?
in place of our Drawings and Dragons night.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's like that was more related to the Dungeons and Dragons than games in general. And my brain has died. And so people who are Ace Attorney fans, I would say the vast majority of our followers on YouTube are people who like Ace Attorney first and then find us. And there is some odd once in a while person that I think is not an Ace Attorney knowing person, but I feel like the vibe is most people are, they already like Ace Attorney and then like to watch people play it. Could be wrong, but that's what a lot of you guys are, so I think that's most of
there appears to be a pattern.
Yeah, I think that's most of our like viewer base for the YouTube videos. But so it's like to then put like the comic, which is not normally, of course, we have the AU Ace Attorney themed on, that would be very jarring. Now you're getting updates for a thing that you don't care about specifically, right? So it's like very difficult to be not niched down and grow, and we just have so many overarching things that it's easier to separate and just kind of sometimes double post, sometimes just pick, you know, like, and just like, if you do like us, follow us everywhere, you know, follow 80 billion different things, but you know, and that's sort of the big thing. So where is this going? A lot of the content for the Origami Curio is going to be me taking commission work, because like I said, 99% of my commission work is items. Like the TTRPG items, they don't have stats anymore because they are commissions and things like that. And thus I don't have a say in like balancing or anything like that, because I'm not doing like item creation commissions, I'm doing the art part. However, I do collab with Dichotomy Games a fair amount, you know, so all of that stuff will always be as well. So it'll mostly be collabs like that.
Longtime viewers will know that all three of us collabed at one point.
Yes.
For a special stream.
You don't homebrew, but you design the bottles? Who? With who? That guy's? Yeah, ooh. I know, you know him, right? So, but, slight side tangent thing is that with the reason that I'm making this VTuber model is to, of course, because I can't be stopped, open another channel. Project. Yeah, do another YouTube channel that will probably have some time on stream, like we did stream for it before, so like similar like that, where I'm like doing the art for it. Will probably be making times every once in a while. But it's doing like tree content, and specifically in like an educational way. Yeah, Oriel. That's the name of the channel, Art Oriel. So it's not like it's spelled wrong, but you know, it's a double triple pun, which is very fun. And so the goal of that channel is like doing the art, so making like the character based on a tree, because I think that's really fun, and dendrology.
Also
that
helps you stand out. I don't think anyone is doing that niche.
Someone in chat said tree tuber, which is, yeah, honestly, yes, that's where we're going. So it'll be like mostly educational with a rant-like theme, because that's the only way I can write talking to people that I enjoy. It's a rant. I think is funny, but it'll have other things. And I know that Dichotomy had a lot of fun statting tree tuber Dichotomy, because I'm a VTuber, so you get tree tuber out of that, not YouTuber. That's why. Vtuber would be the other one, and I'm
As
not
the pun.
tree tuber, a YouTuber. There you go, S-Drock.
Ah.
Oh, nice, very nice.
Ooh, that was the good
That
one.
was a good one. But I lost my train of thought. I know that Dichotomy had a lot of fun. I mean, he could correct me if I'm wrong. Statting Zeissi, the False Alchemist, which is the first one that we did literally a year ago in December of 2023. Zeissi, the False Alchemist, who's based off the Douglas Fir. There's a part of me that wants to do, because honestly, that speed paint is not a lot of time. Like, obviously, I could slow it down, and slow it down. But there's a part of me that's also like, doing items off of it, which is much more like what the Origami Curio is, items versus like monsters and other things. I know Dichotomy does a lot of like Zeissi, yeah. Well, because it's Menzici, but I like Zeissi better. ZC, it does, Latin's a dead language. So, it's Menzici, so she should be ZC, but it doesn't feel as epic as Zeissi, I feel, but because it feels more German. I don't know. I don't really care. It was a tough one to make into a name, I will say. Pseudosugo ZAC. Okay, it's never that. It's never that. You got two options, and you got Zeissi, which is putting a German lilt to it, or you got ZC, which is the way that the Latin section of the word that it's from is pronounced, because it's Menzici, because it's named after a guy, a person, because it's Pseudosugo Menzici. It's not Menzici, sadly, but I like Zeissi better. Yeah, you had it very wrong, Dichotomy. Yeah, ZAC is not it.
And Zeissi does roll off the tongue very nicely.
I like Zeissi, yeah. Speaking ill of the dead language. No, I took botanical Latin. Like, outside of school. I took botanical Latin. So, yeah. It's fun. But, because it's a name, who cares? But, yeah, so the idea is to sort of, like, what's the word? It's kind of melding a lot of stuff together, in the sense of I probably will manage to inspire Dichotomy a few times with certain of the characters I make into statting them, manipulation. And those will, of course, be on the Curio. But out of all of the projects, that's like the biggest back burner thing, and the only reason it's like gotten a bit of an update is because I had a backlog of these like commissions and stuff. But I'm not like, I don't promote like my commissions very often, so it is like mostly just people who come across, like I randomly had someone like commission me from like it's not ArtStation, it's something else, artistry, and that was like out of the blue. I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, cool, Dia works for me. Money, but yeah, basically all of the commission money at this point and all the YouTube money goes directly to a quote unquote fund that pays our it's not subtitles, it's our open caption editor, Zilla,
Yep.
for the YouTube videos. So that's where like all the extra money there goes to, specifically, because that's like the big thing we have. Oh, also, I know Enthuse is here. The goal is to have the Ko-fi for the comic start having things again with the start of February. I wanted to do it in January, but I didn't want, like, when the comic came back, but I kind of didn't want to start it in the middle of the month, and it gives me a little more time to do stuff. So the goal is for it to come back in February. I do have a backlog of stuff now. It probably won't be mostly stuff to the level that I had before, but it will still have like posts all the time. It'll probably, I always say this and I'm always bad. the goal is to have it be more sketches on all the levels of stuff, just because that's what Ori has time for. But there'll still be content again. I just have. You heard Kofi's great. We like it. I mean, like, we're, we use it for stuff. We'd be content, no matter the content. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah, the Kofi's fun. So that'll start up, having posts again in February. But it's like, I had been posting some things that were like pages of a bunch of sketches. You'll probably just get one sketch, just so Ori has the backlog and the time to do all the things. I think that I'm very, very busy right now. I think that once my Tangled Tower woes are over, life will be easier again. But we'll see. I think that's all of the channel related stuff. We have Blue Skies. I don't know if anybody is on Blue Sky.
Yes, we recently created some Blue Skies.
We have Blue Sky, and I do actually currently post there. That's a big, like, overarching Ori project. Trying to be a slightly better content creator and actually putting out, like, posts on things. I have to, like, resign myself and just, like, sync them all up and stop trying to be fancy. It's too much work. It's too much work. Because it's like, oh, I had, like, lists where, look, I didn't post this on Tumblr, and I didn't post this on, Blue Sky, different lists, because obviously, like, they get out of sync and things, but, like, I don't think I can manage that.
That's a lot.
I'm barely good at putting out the rest of the content on time. So,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out something new for Blue Sky posts, because they have even less seconds for videos than Instagram does. It's 60 instead of 90. I was like, well then.
Yeah, so all of our links are in the Discord for literally everything we post on. If you guys want
and
to
honestly,
do that,
like, I think you could just look up our names on social media as well. Like,
I will say
they're pretty unique. I don't think you're gonna run into
incredibly
others
good
and get confused
at all of the things. If it says Origami, it's me. Or if it says not flat Origami. If it says Origami art, it's me. Okay? If it says Ace Tooney, it's us. If it says Folding Planets, it's us. We, like, there's a lot of platforms that we have things for that are dead. Like, technically we have Twitters, and like I said, there is an Origami Curio. So that's the other one, the Origami Curio. Again, if that comes up, that's me. Technically that has a Reddit, thus also Origami Art has a Reddit. But I don't post there anymore. It's just another thing to do. It's like sad. I'm like, the only way I could post on social media is if there's like a scheduling feature to it. Like, I can schedule it, because there's no way in hell that I'm able to, like, post not every day, but post, like, consistency without, like, scheduling and forgetting it, setting and forgetting. But unfortunately, there's not, like, an easy one place for the sheer amount of profiles that we have. So I still have to do it, like, over and over and over again in places. But we're getting there.
We are getting there.
So I hope that covers. I think that covers everything. Streams are gonna be basically the same, like, 3 types of streams. Comic Corner, Making Time, and video game. It'll be switching between.
It's time to everything we want to do.
Yeah, of course there, like there has been. There might be, like, time changes, but we're, like, settled in our lives at this point, so we're pretty good on the days. And once Dylan gets out of his hell area of work, we'll be 100% set, and we won't have this weird back and forth again and again. That's on the horizon. It just matters if it's in, like, 3 months or 9 months. But after 9 months, 100%.
We're definitely rooting for one option over the other.
Yeah.
One outcome over the other.
I think always the best places to ever know about our stuff is Discord. Obviously, we're very active in the Discord, and I make sure that the schedule gets put in Discord every week by Tuesday before stream. I try. My goal is Sunday. I really try for Monday. Sometimes it ends up being Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to do it. But it will be in the Discord. Anywhere else, I don't guarantee. I have been posting it on Blue Sky. I was posting on YouTube in the past, but I kind of stopped that. I know Shoto did. I don't know if he does anymore. So I don't know how viable of a thing that is. I do YouTube posts community for Ace Tooney sometimes. I don't really do them for Folding Planets. I think that's everything. Those are all the projects. Federico, I hope you managed to stick around for all of those words. But yeah.
Quite a lot, but I hope it was informative.
This VTuber should be done by the end of February. If everything continues to go as it's going, getting through one tutorial video a week is pretty damn good. And then it'll be done. And then I just need to come up with 5 video topics for the thing. I already have 2 more definitive ones. And then, yeah, no, it's gone very, very fast. I also think there's a level of assistance to, compared to like classic VTubers, my like art style is much simpler, even though this is like a more detailed version of my art style, like with the hair and everything and just like other stuff. Still, compared to like the classic VTuber you see, she's pretty fucking simple. So that certainly adds to it being easy. I think that's like the biggest thing. Oh, I need to do a thing. But yeah. Oh, I do have some jingly accessories. These earrings will jingle. This chain will probably do something. These might rotate a little bit. They'll probably have physics. Those will have physics. The tie will have physics. These earrings will have physics. These earrings won't have physics. This will have physics. This will have physics. I will have to make... Technically, I won't have to. I probably will make different things for, like, different hand poses for stuff. For, like, the thing. I probably won't make myself wait for that before I start posting YouTube videos. That'll probably be like a thing that'll upgrade as the YouTube videos go along, because I don't want to wait forever. You know, this idea has been in the works for like over a year now, and I've like recorded like the same video. It's not identical at this point, but like multiple times, and it's just always like yeah, jingle physics. Exactly. Yeah, jingle physics. Yeah, exactly.
Jingle physics.
Yeah, it'll be like the tie, the hair has to do it, you know, the earrings will do it. So there is stuff, but like at the level, it's still not that much. Like the shoes are pretty good. There's not like a lot of stuff going on there. You know, they're one thing, not a lot of physics there. The skirt will probably be the most annoying when we do that. But I also might just accept, like, this does go through like body XY and like body steppies and stuff. Yeah, no, not anything similar to that. I don't plan to have a lot of the other one. But we'll see how easy that ends up being, because it's not really required, because I don't intend to have like my VTuber be like standing fully in the screen. You know, she's mostly going to be like a bust sort of thing, you know, like this on the screen, like how we don't have legs as like PNG tubers. So, you know, who knows? But yeah, that's sort of the goals. Of course, we'll announce But I will say high
Always.
priorities will always and forever be getting the comic out for free, like the actual episodes of the actual Outcast, like main comic out, in accordance to the dates we set.
Yes.
And putting Ace Attorney edited videos specifically on Ace Tooney on those days a week as well. Those are like,
those will always be priority.
High priority. Yeah, jingle physics, most important. That honestly, I love the dangly like stuff in VTubers, so it is very important to me. That's like a reason I gave myself earrings. That's like a reason I gave Cersei earrings, was because I wanted something to move around. And if I'm gonna expose my ears that much with the hairstyle I chose, might as well, you know? A lot of times
And you might as well have some nice earrings to complement it.
Yeah. Literally, though, there are some really cool... Oh. Okay, final thing. Final thing. I'm really enjoying rigging. It's actually, like I said, much easier than I expected, and like much less intimidating than I expected. And I actually understand it logically a lot more than I expected. Like, there's a lot going on, but like from this specific tutorial, I actually... It's like teaching me exactly the way I needed to be taught, right? Like, it's teaching me exactly like doing it, and like, okay, now I understand. Versus people try to like go through the whole thing and like try to tell me, explain it, and it's like, no, you need to do it. we can understand. So I'm really happy with this tutorial. I don't think I would be having as good of a time if it was a different tutorial. So highly for me personally, and my like method of learning things, because that's how I've learned like literally everything else, like animation and all this sort of stuff, is like doing it. Highly recommend Merely Wu Fei's tutorial thing. That's what I've been following. She's added in the description of the YouTube video, so you can find her that way. Speaking of, like the stream if you're on YouTube, guys.
Yes,
go do that.
Please,
if you're not,
it helps out a ton.
It actually really does help a lot. But point that I'm saying is, I saw a VTuber rigger and artist that I always... Saying just a rigger is like weird because it has a different connotation. But point being, they made a little bunny avatar that has like holds like a little carrot and holds other like drawing utensils, and it follows their mouse on the screen, and then it clicks. So it moves when it clicks, and it moves like, so it changes, like when they change brush type in Clip Studio, they like set it so that the brush that the rabbit holds, it's a little tiny little rabbit, holds, changes, and all this sort of stuff. But it follows the mouse. So I know I said there would not be any VTubers on screen. No, this truck. So I know I said there would not be any VTubers on stream. However, being much less intimidated by rigging in general, like VTuber rigging in general, and incredibly inspired for a long time by that, and getting to the point where we have the finger for Ace Attorney, I am currently 90% sure that we will have a VTuber finger for Ace Attorney games, and in theory, all games going forward, because in theory, if done correctly, just like our PNG tuber models, I can change the outfit relatively easily.
That's gonna be amazing.
So if done correctly, that'll be very cool. And then so the finger, instead of just being a finger that moves around like a mouse pointer, it'll actually click. So he'll poke and he'll click. And I could, in theory, set key changes so it changes his hands. So in theory, you can pull the middle finger. But you know, maybe.
Oh my god. That would be epic.
I want it really bad. I want it really bad. It would have to be censored because YouTube will be upset when the video comes out about that. But it would be very fun. There could be like other like hand poses as well. I'd have to think about like what gestures like the settings would be, but could be very fun. Probably would be very like ASL inspired, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I could see that.
But it would just be very fun. And yeah. That's the big next step. Ideally, if this VTuber model is finished in February, I think that'll be our Streamiversary reveal, is having that. So that'll be cool. Yeah. All right.
So we do got plans.
Rambled on for long enough after
plans.
Stream. And ending. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad that Mars PG YouTuber model is not broken. Love that. Love that for her.
Yeah.
And
yes, glad it worked out. I wasn't glitching into the third dimension tonight.
Yeah, don't know what happened last time, but thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining.
Yeah, it's appreciated.
We can't wait to see you tomorrow for Ace Attorney. It seems like there's gonna be more Gavel. Why can't I remember her name? What's her first name?
Judge Gavel.
No, she has a first name. Gone. It's gone.
Judge.
And Eustace. Verity. Thank you. Verity.
Verity.
Yes. Yes, exactly, Enthuse. Hooray. It's been great. Top tier. And we'll see you all tomorrow for Ace Attorney. We want more Eustace. Hopefully. I mean, you guys love him so much. I assume he has to come back. He's not on the cover. Otherwise, Mars would have been Eustace if he was on the cover. No, but
I wish.
I think he comes back. All right. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.
See you guys tomorrow. Can't wait. Have a great Friday.